Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back. I am Pseudo, and this is not a warrior build. We are heading back to our roots tonight, checking out Mirage, but boy oh boy do we have a ton of builds for you guys and girls coming down the pipeline. There's so much to build. I've tried to start it off a little bit low key, but I've been going through my notepads. I just pre-make builds depending on what the numbers are. We'll see if they're any good, but it's just crazy town. Controller disconnected right off the bat. But yeah, welcome back. I am Pseudo. This is my lovely Mirage lady that many people have probably not seen. This is actually what I played for most of this fine video game, and we're going to be checking this out as well as probably Power Druid in the coming weeks. Gotta disconnect some USB nonsense here. Sorry about that, but we'll be getting going, jumping around the Borderlands, and probably trying this out in PvP as well, because little bit of a spoiler, they're doing some interesting things to Condi Mirage. Not some direct buffs or nerfs, just moving some power budget around, I think. One of the really good traits that they said was even kind of bad with a 10-second cooldown on the stream. There we go. All right, get here when you can, guys. XPadder's working. Looks good, sounds good, we're good. Is Evasive Mirror, the one that gives you... It's like 2 seconds of reflect up time, and it's on a 10-second cooldown. It's quite good, even with a 10-second ICD. Still very frustrating to play around, considering you're really never going to be up a Mesmer's butt with the amount of mobility they have. Oh my gosh, we're cute on every map already. But welcome back. I am Pseudo. This is Build Wars 2, and we have a balance patch. Sorry. Anyway, balance patch coming down the pipeline as I die in slow motion. Like 4 weeks from now, but the things that I'm really excited about are the relics that we get to play with in just under a week. We get 6 new relics, only one of which I think is going to be kind of universally a meme. They actually all look pretty good, whereas a lot of them came out in previous iterations of Janther Wilds and were super overpowered, like Rivers or Stormsinger. We have some that look like they actually might be good and balanced and fun for both you and your opponent. I just drink something so I can ensure that I'm coughing for the next 10 minutes of this stream. But yeah, Mirage is first on the docket. I kind of just want to get used to playing it again. I played it a little bit in PvP earlier, and I gotta say, the last time I touched Mirage was kind of when it was where Bladesworn is right now in terms of balance. It had 1 dodge and was ultra not fun to play at all. It was... Even if they had given it 1.5 dodges, it would have been a lot better in my opinion, because the thing with 1 dodge is you can't really bank energy. My Vindicators out there know, all the Vindicators in the house, raise your hands, but you can't really bank energy for the next dodge, but you can if you have just a little bit over. Hey, nah, what's up? True, Mirages aren't real. No, again, I try not to be cynical on this channel. I try to have a positive attitude. My goal is to get people into build crafting and roaming. And some of the conversation we had on Monday was fantastic. With you guys giving me suggestions, what you're thinking of playing, what you're using for the new relics. That's exactly why this channel is what it is. But after playing, Bladesworn, and maybe this isn't the case with Spellbreaker because it just doesn't go into my head, but after playing Bladesworn for so long and various levels of power that it's been at, I feel like Mirage, I mean, I don't want to say this and then fall flat on my face, but the fluidity of Mesmer skills, the utility that it has, you don't really need to devote kind of any of your power budget to anything on Mesmer, or at least most of my Mirages, you just kind of get Condi Cleanse for free. It kind of feels like cheating. I don't know how to describe it other than that. It's so bizarrely powerful that I don't know how to describe it other than that. It's so weird. Hey Kale, what's up? Welcome back to you. Hopefully you're well. Great conversation on Monday. Mesmer's skills are just ridiculous. And the reason I stopped playing it 40 years ago or whatever it was because it had 1 dodge and because it felt poop to play. So Mesmer hasn't always been, king of the mountain here, king of the hill. Or queen of the hill, or whatever we want to say. It's gone through its ups and downs, and Mirage has definitely been in a bucket of crap for a while. But after playing the jank that is Bladesworn for 3 years now, even on release Bladesworn, I gotta say, like, Mirage with 2 dodges is psychotically it's like twice as powerful. No offense to any Mirage players out there, but I don't know how you die on this class if you have hands. Like, and even if you don't have hands, like, it's insane. And most of that doesn't even come down to Mirage. It comes down to these skills. Like, we've gone through back and forth on the channel of, like, is Mesmer Spear overpowered? Is it underpowered? I still don't have enough of experience with it to, like, make a conclusive, conclusion to that. But I can say it's probably the strongest spear weapon. Sorry, I pulled up a preview and now it's doing the infinite looping thing and now we're good. All right, chat. Like, this, like, let's just go over the skills, right? Like, the auto attack gives you might and applies weakness to your opponent 2 seconds on the final hit. The 2 auto crits on the edge and gives you might and has an 8-second cooldown. Like, I know I'm late to the party on this, but I was trying to, like, to give Barry the benefit of the doubt and be like, okay, this isn't that overpowered because other things can counter it. But just like if you take Mesmer's Spear in a vacuum, it's a specialization all on its own. Like, this gives you 1 second of an evade, clears conditions, and then heals you if you have clarity, which is the buff you get from the 2, which is super easy to get. Because, spoiler alert, again, the one thing I would change if I was going to fix this weapon or nerf it is, regardless of whether or not you have clarity, Mental Collapse is allowed to do damage, stuns, and then auto refreshes the 2. Like, it only stuns if you have clarity, and it doesn't pulse stun, thank God, anymore, but still, this immobilizes and, like, does the dragon trigger thing of your, like, clones hitting your target, and gives you swiftness. Like, Mesmer doesn't have swiftness, and that's, like, how it's balanced. Like, Spear is an insane, and all the cooldowns are really low. Hey, DC, what's up? Like, Warrior just, not that you can compare apples to oranges, but, like, Warrior just had both its block and its pull nerfed to 25 seconds, I think, or more. And, like, the longest cooldown skill on Spear is Mental Collapse, which is, like, better than Gravity Well. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Oh, I forgot to mention as well, this is something, I don't know when they changed this, or if they changed it, or if I've just never played Power Mesmer, really. But, like, this Stalker, we'll test it out here. Sorry for all the talking front-loaded at the stream. I promise we'll fight something at some point. But, like, check this out, chat. Like, I summon my clones, I do stuff. This thing's invulnerable, or invisible, so it's a bad test dummy. If you'll notice, those clones are not doing 0 damage on the ambush. They're doing quite good damage on the ambush, and applying all their vulnerability. I thought power ambushes were not allowed to do damage, and yet here we are. I thought that was the trade-off and, like, why Mirage worked the way it did at the beginning. Maybe I just imagined that. Like, Mesmer's not always been king of the mountain, but, like, the amount of tools on this class is psychotic. And we'll go through all the different builds I have on a notepad. Like, there's even some Bladesworn ones on there that I really want to try out with some of the new relics. I half convinced myself that they are putting one of the relics in the game because they want Blade to work with Bladesworn, which is a terrible way of balancing it, but whatever. The one that gives you might when you generate. But, like, it's just weird. Like, I don't know. And I have some build ideas for the updated Dunecloak. Again, we didn't get any numbers on it. But, like, yeah, we'll see how I do. Maybe I'll lose all my PvP matches, but I'm excited to play something for some variety. Like, I always say, have 2 different colored mains in this game, chat. And probably not like Revenant and Warrior, because they tend to go in such similar balance cycles. But if you look at this upcoming balance patch, NG got some really good stuff, like genuinely well thought out, really good changes to it, like the Hollow 5 evading it. And that gives, that gives me cope or hope or whatever that Warrior will one day get there. But for now, like, after 3 years of Bladesworn, and again, there are buttons on Warrior that are good. Skull Grinder, extremely good button. Spellbreaker, extremely good button. Like, all of it. The thing with Warrior is, outside of the things that seem to be really oppressive on it, it doesn't seem to be getting much love, and that's why I kind of want to refer to it as unsupported content. Like, it's not bad. It's not... Like, don't not play it if you like Warrior. I'm not going to give it up permanently either. It's my favorite thing to theorycraft on, hands down. But, like, its interactions are so cool. Yeah, it's a decent way of putting it. Like, the things on Warrior that are overpowered, like Shieldmaster, like Fast Hands, like Spellbreaker, kind of all of it, like No Escape, like, they're very, 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 very good. And for some reason, like, defense ended up in this weird spot where it's also your, like, damage line. And as a result of that, there isn't a lot of power budget I feel like the devs see for things like Axe 2 having more Fury duration or the weapon skills getting some love. I don't know. Maybe, I'd love Cal, Trig, Roy, whoever, Carl, if you can hear me from the basement cage they put you in, please send us a sign that you're okay. He was supposed to be on streams and then just, like, didn't end up here ever. Send us a sign. Open invitation if you want to come on my Balanced podcast and talk about stuff. And I promise only my first question will be like, hey, Cal, I want to ask you a question. Yeah, Pseudo? Bladesworn sucks. Promise that'll only be the first question. Then we can actually talk balance. No, I'd love to pick their brain and be like, you know, get into some of the more finer minutiae of all the different classes, not just Warrior. Because I really do play everything. Even, you know, I've been a Warrior main for the past, I don't know, 70 years, and a Mirage main before that, and a Necro main before that. I mean, you can see it in this pie chart. It's a good portion of Guardian in here is basically zero Thief, to be fair, but maybe now that it's something other than Stealth, we'll try it out. But yeah, welcome back, guys. Hopefully you're well. Tons of Condi Mirages in PvP already. I mean, they didn't buff it yet, so who knows why. Maybe they're all practicing. I'm actually trying Spear Staff. We'll see how it was doing in PvP, but I'm just having a lot of fun so far. I'll tell you that much. I mean, it's good to have backups, right, Dream? Like, and it's also really good, I've found, to play the thing that keeps killing you to find out how it's killing you, right? And to get a perspective. It's just like real life. Like, to learn to listen to people you disagree with, you know? Not you specifically, just in general. That's something that I struggled with for a really long time because I was a shithead for a really long time. I still am, but now I can, like, listen to people. So, even if I don't agree with them. So, try to understand, and empathy is a big, important part. But holy shit, Mesmer's Spear is strong. I'm sure it has some faults. I'm sure, like, all the movement skills really only move you toward whatever you're targeting. Except for the 4, which is not something Mesmer usually has, but yeah, it's interesting, to say the least. I do maintain that, like, it's kind of like why I really cope that if Warrior gets another specialization, the thing I don't have on this build is unfortunately Stealth, so I can't do sneak things. If Warrior gets another specialization, I hope it gets some more buttons. Because I have this philosophy of, like, more buttons makes a thing better, and while I don't think that's universally true, I kind of do maintain that to a degree, even in current year of Guild Wars 2. Like, it's just... Sorry, I won't be able to talk and play at the same rate that I usually do here, chat. Sorry about that. Got a 2v1 on a class I haven't played in 6 years. Hang on. Very important. Super hard. I don't know what any of my spear skills do. I want to know... I mean, I don't think that Bladesworn ever... It was never conceptualized as what it was supposed to do in a PvP role, right? Like, they never finished it there. It never had an identity outside reloading shouts, lol, and that was a meme. And then when the meme was taken away, that's, you know, it was dead. I'm gonna die here, man. Better Mesmer than I would not die here. Maybe gonna die here. We'll see. Oh, this cripple's lasting forever, dog. Hopefully my team can do something. Nope, my team's all dead. Sick. I mean, I'm fine with that, Dream. I don't hate, like I told you guys. Spear 4 to 5. Okay, so Spear... Yeah, 4 looks like the Phantasm. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I'd love Bladesworn to be a real class. It just never was made. It was never finished. And the changes that are coming in the patch are cool. I'll try them out for World vs. World, make some meme builds and stuff. But, like, it was never given... like a play style in PvP, and I've made some stuff work, you know, the Rifle Bladesworn, the Daring Dragon one was still my favorite because it effectively has more buttons, but it's obviously not the best. And that's down to Bladesworn's design. It's not really even down to where Warrior's at these days. I love this map. Just kind of go behind your opponents, and even if your team is sucking a giant dick, sometimes in placements you can do some work. I just, like, the Mesmer Spear Ambush, the, like, repeated strikes over and over, is such a good skill for, like, Bladesworn, in my opinion. It's exactly the kind of hyper anime focus that I think it should have. See, the Spellbreaker's kicking my ass. Ooh, that was good. See? Objectively losing to the class that I'm complaining about. I gotta remember that my ambushes don't give me alacrity anymore, because I took that trade-off because I want to practice playing without it. Good talk. And technically I'm 2v1ing far right now. This just auto-cleanses conditions as well. That's kind of crazy. I'm playing too cautiously. I need to play this way more offensive. All the Mesmer players out there are yelling at me. It's fine. Oof, got me. Nice job, dude. Now, this is going to be a night of Pseudo relearns how to play Mesmer, but I'm enjoying it so far. It's a lot of fun. It's 2v1 far forever. I don't know how my team's, like, dead everywhere. Probably because I won all my other placements. Oh, man. How are you guys doing? I'm like, does anyone else out there have, like, a notepad of, you know, I could do this with this relic, and this, if this relic is this? I think they're just giving up. Yeah, that makes sense. I need a buddy for placements. Dream, you want a queue tonight? We can do some work. I'm super interested as well where they're going to put Axe's power budget, because Axe has always been one of the weapons I wanted to be good, and it's just never been good. Ooh, nice banner. I'm just gonna fight this out. I'm not gonna drag this match on that much. 50. Hell yeah, dude. I use like a notepad app for mine, but that's pretty much me as well. Good to know I'm not the only insane person out there. That's sexy. Shout out to all the Giga Chads with the notepad full of builds and stuff. Ah, focused by 3 people. I think your clone should be able to res you in downstate. It's a rough one. What are you running? This guy's running arms. He doesn't know. Oh, don't trash talk, dude. He's trying to make arms work. He's living the dream. He thinks it's a real trait line. We could have done some work that game. I feel like I need to find room for one stealth skill on this build, I feel. Practice my dodge timings for rezzing people again. Spear Thief. Yeah, if you want to. I'm down to queue. I don't ever care about my rating. So, oh, that doesn't teleport you. Interesting. All right, you have to have a target for that one. Makes sense. Kind of BOP if it's not. Never go wrong with Signet Midnight. Yeah, I'm not taking the what's it called? The trait that makes it remove conditions though. I don't know what I would probably have to take like blink off for it, or maybe the like reshuffle ambush skill that I really like. Yeah, Signet Midnight's really good. My build is so clone heavy though that I was thinking of what's it called, decoy instead. I want to see what their cooldowns are in PvP, so give me a sec. Yo, the Dunecloak change, guys, like, is gonna be nuts. I have no idea how that's gonna be balanced for PvP. So if you didn't know what they're doing to Dunecloak, like, as long as you have clones or illusions over the threshold, I believe. Yeah, it's clones now. So as long as you have clones over the threshold, and I think the threshold they said is going to be 2, it's going to refresh, we don't know how much, your Shatter F1 and your Shatter F2 skills. And it's like, okay, but like, that's really good. So you're just gonna have this like Mesmer build where you're just constantly pumping out confusion, and then there's also a trait on Mesmer now that when you evade an attack, which Dunecloak does, you know, because it's your dodge button effectively, you, what's it called, apply confusion to them. So it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, Signet Midnight's good. I really like Illusionary Ambush with how I play. We'll keep the build and maybe I'll sub in some stuff. What's up, Mesmer? What's up, Sergio? Hopefully you guys are well. Hopefully you are prepped for the patch. The Lush Forest dev in charge of it, so it only reduced by a second with your internal cooldown? Yeah, possible. The Lush Forest change is weird, because I would have thought that they would have wanted to remove Lush Forest from the game entirely, like even in PvP. But yeah, I was trying to think of thumbnails for the Mesmer thing, like I'm allowed to play the game every 3 years is another one I came up with Dream, so we're on the same wavelength. Also, sorry, can't talk. Thank you to Tangs for following over the break. We have a nice little new sub goal as well, but that's all artificial and meaningless because you guys make all my money. Yeah, I'm like down to queue with whoever. I should probably use the correct food though for World vs. World. What we got? Utility primer, 9 hours. All right, we have the correct this food. I need to buy more of it. Shout out to Hollis CG. Strong start. I almost choked to death and we lost our first match. But power to that Spellbreaker trying to make arms work. He's living the dream, chat. Don't you dare spoil it for him. And I definitely could have played better. I'm so rusty on this class. Oh, man. I like the fact that Tyrant Amulet's finally in the game. It's really good stats because it makes you basically not just get insta blown up. Oops, I shouldn't have used the utility one. Oh well. Tyrant Amulet is power, Condi damage, precision, toughness, and it's another stat that I'd actually really like in PvE. Just make sure you take some xylitol, Sergio. Unless that's a metaphor. Xylitol helps you counter the sugar cravings. Spelled with an X. The thing that I don't like about Mirage, and this is a me problem, is my stow weapon is on like this awkward combination of buttons on my controller. So half the time when I go to do it, I'll accidentally press my F4 which is not a button you want to accidentally press. So. Oh man. So what's on my notepad? I have a whole bunch of different warrior builds, of course. Like 4 different iterations of Bladesworn, but I always have 4 different iterations of Bladesworn. I have one Berserker build that I'm really interested to see what the durations of that relic that gives you all the boons is gonna be. I'm sure you're talking about my Mirage play, but I'll check it after the stream, Sergio. I'm really interested to know what the duration of those boons is gonna be. So if you assemble Exodia, I have, what's it called? What's this? Herald? Bert. I almost feel like Mesmer should have a stealth heal skill or something. But like, it should be bad. Like, it shouldn't actually heal you. What's up, Gibbs? I have my power druid that I'm quite interested in making. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to give up illusionary ambush, which I don't want to do. But like, one stealth skill, very good in PvP. Here. Well, I want to fight something, dude. Come on. Team is like, nah. Ooh, he got blown up. Still got that. He's got a warhorn? God damn. Man's a god. That's a bird? Did one of the guards get mowed? Or is there just a Moa over here? I'm so confused. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. I feel like I haven't been plugging this enough. We have a Discord and a guild. I've been running this thing for like 11 years. If you want to join Vanguards of Ascension, you're on NA, hit us up. We're going to be gearing stuff up, including all the contests and giveaways for the channel. No problem if you don't. We only have one real simple role, but I feel like I should be plugging that more. And I have not been. I do really want to reveal Relic, though. I think that would be wonderful. Man, was almost dead. Almost. Can I make this? I can. Like, that's not a bad little hop. Just saying, you can do funky stuff like this. The spear. You have to have a target, though. God, that guy's super low, too. Mirage without stealth, I feel like, is exactly how I would like Bladesworn to play, without the clones, obviously. Like, jump around the battlefield, teleporting, doing slashes and attacks and stuff. I think that'd be really cool. Be a mixture of PvP and World vs. World tonight, guys. Oh, reminder, thank you, Gibbs. I didn't pull up my notepad. First off, I have a streaming notepad that I should be looking at. Second off, chat, there are drops next week. We don't know what they are, but if you are watching on YouTube, feel free to, like, just click the link in the description and come over to Twitch. You don't have to watch my stream, but they've been pretty good for Janther Wilds, so make sure your Guild Wars 2 account and Twitch account are connected. I want to have a little short on how to do that real quickly, but I don't know if I'll be able to get that up in time. Because the weird thing with YouTube is shorts take like way more editing than actual videos. It's very odd. We have some wolf on forest boar violence. Oh, you hate to see it. What was I going to say? Right. The other notable thing next week, chat, and I'll put this in the post section as well, if this song ever wants to start. Great song. Is we're going to be streaming Tuesday, Thursday. You can get it just by, like, watching on your phone if your account's connected, Gibbs. And a lot of people just leave their streams on, so you could just tune into one of those and leave your phone on overnight. I think they usually last for a week. Oh, all my World vs. World points got reset. Oops. So we're going to be streaming Tuesday, Thursday next week because it's release day and I want to play with the new stuff. And it's kind of Sisyphean to stream on Mondays for release week. Well, if they want to lean into like traditional warrior for Guild Wars 2, they can't make it too anime, but I still think there's room for some anime on warrior because like Berserker exists and Spellbreaker exists and is kind of anime if you think about it. You won't have a connection, you'll be on a boat. Could leave your computer open. Hey, Jab Chick. Welcome. Hopefully you're well. Rare PvE stream? No. We probably still won't play the story. I have no idea what's going on in the Janther Wild story, although the new trailer is hype. I put it up in short form on the channel. Again, money and credit to ArenaNet for that. Reading up is hard, chat. What's that? Green Zerg? Oh, we can take them. Mesmer would be crazy if it didn't have a clone limit. Wonder if, like, people are already, like, trying to game the PvP system. All this, like, holding queues and whatnot. I mean, Flicker Step does. They may as well lean into it, yeah. Some of the more interesting ideas for Bladesworn, especially considering I do play other teleporting classes, is a trait that made Flicker Step de-target you, like Illusionary Ambush does on Mirage from your opponent. I think that'd be really cool. I would really like to have a Grandmaster for World vs. Because it doesn't really, even design-wise, like, it doesn't have a place in World vs. World at all. I would really like it to have a trait that, for every charge you manage to load, it ups your, like, player count that you can hit by one, even though they don't usually do that. So, but it gives you, like, this big Christmas tree, like, indicator on you. So when you're charging, and it gives you, like, mad damage for every additional player you hit. So if you can manage to hit, like, get the full charge in a Zerg, like, granted, when you're charging, there's, like, a big red arrow over you, but if you can manage to get the full charge in a Zerg, like, you just wreck everything, right? So it becomes a matter of, like, can your team support you to get that charge off? Like, you know, Zerg fights would be pirate ship and then stop the Bladesworn, stop the Bladesworn. And, like, you know, Goku's charging up his Kamehameha or Might Guy or whatever you want to say. Then they, like, get the slash off and it just decimates the Zerg. I think that'd be really cool. Hey, Sai, what's up? How are you? Yeah, I think I saw your comment on Captain Crabface's video, Zizzy. It was pretty funny. I mean, at least it's blatantly obvious that, like, no one plays it in competitive, right? Like, I enjoy the class fantasy. I don't know. Week's going well. Got less than I wanted to done today, but I got more than I wanted to at the gym. A little bit of extra, so it balances out. I mean, something like that, like, because they don't really give themselves stability anymore, you know? Like, they took a lot of the stability tools away from Bladesworn, which is weird. So, and to be fair, like, if I was going to fix Bladesworn, I would focus on PvE first as well, because it has a lot of PvE problems. It has problems with flow generation, the fact that you have to sacrifice all your utility skills to the gods of being able to play the class at all. Like, the flow generation on it's awful. But that's because it was balanced around having to take flow stabilizer, basically, because it was supposed to have other tools, and then they took the other tools away. Well, it had a lot of different things that used to give it stability. Like flow stabilizer, that's why it's called flow stabilizer, used to give it stability. Dragon scale defense used to give it stability. Like, can't teleport up there? That's weird. So much damage, dude. What is this weapon? For real. I have a feeling we're gonna get like all Team USA to start here, chat. I mean, I keep pointing that out, Zizzy, and then I'll get told by like 2 people on the forums or on Reddit, be like, I enjoyed my PvE Bladesworn. I'm like, alright, fair enough. I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life. I mean, apparently it slaps and fractals, like for damage, and that's it. I told you guys, I almost made a video on it. I paid my friend who's really good at raids to just see if he could get 30 raids done on it. And like just 250 Mystic Coins, because I wanted to get his opinion on it, and I don't PvE these days. And he was like, it's good, but it's awful to play, because again, you have to use your whole effing utility bar to do anything. And that's not like great for design or power budget or anything, so it is what it is, I suppose. Gotta get better with spear. Means I probably gotta like turn my brain on here, chat. So much pressure. Oh my god, this fucking class, dog. Oh, my team's dying? My team's dying. Alright, fair enough. They'll figure it out. I'm gonna go duel. You guys haven't figured it out. I love playing dancey dually builds. The thing with changing animations is they get so, like, limited budget, it seems like, to do that. Like, they hired all these animation people for Janthier, and then, like, I think they're working on another game or something. It's very odd. Like, the unrooting 100 blades thing, I'm sure, is down to like their limited design budget. The what's it called? Cannot play this class and talk. Unrooting 100 blades, even if it's a meme, it's probably down to limited animation budget. The what's it called? Brain. The UI on Bladesworn, like fixing it. Like whenever they buffed Soul Beast, they've said they basically only did it because it would fit in the UI, like to add the pet swap thing. It's like real weird. Yeah. I mean, rooted skills just don't feel good. Especially things like Dragon Trigger, but Dragon Trigger is coded so weirdly you'd just be sliding across the ground. Ow. That was a lot of damage, man. The other thing with the ambush for this class is it hits like a bajillion times, which really cuts through a lot of blocks. Like, I thought Phantom Razor, with how strong that was really good. But, like, nah. Something just healed me to full. Ow. See? Skull Grinder. Very good button. Skull Grinder. Very good button. Somewhere out there, the warrior mains are like, yeah, get the traitor. Which is fair. Let's see how much that does. Decent chunk with the Tyrant Amulet. There we go. I love this guy with the, like, intro leveling sword. The first one you get, whatever it's called, Zodiac Sword or something. Starts with a Z, I believe. Zenith Sword. You go, dude. You're already better than 90% of the PvP players. Mother of God, Vert's good. He's running Axe Vert, which is really interesting. You did. Oh, I forgot to put my build in the description. I'll have to update that afterward. But I'll paste that into chat. What's up, Zephyrus? Animation blending is used in Guild Wars 2, so it should be possible that Bladesworn moves their legs, they walk while charging Dragon Trigger. Yeah, I have a feeling that it's something like that. It just seems, I don't know. Like, Dragon Trigger itself is such an awkwardly phrased skill that I feel like if they're going to rework Bladesworn, they're just going to completely redo it. Like, it's real weird. Like, they've already acknowledged so many of its problems, but like on other classes, like the Mesmer Spear 4 and the Necro, whatever it is, Necro Sword Autos. So I have this feeling that if they're going to do it and they get the development budget the time, they're going to be real careful about it. Like, look at that, man. Look at that just... I mean, granted, that adds up to, like, one arcing slice, but still, the multi-hitting nature of this class is like, yeah, Mesmer and... What Sergio said is... I think it was Sergio? Isn't wrong. Like, Mesmer and Guardian are the anime classes in this game. I hope they just redo all the animations on Bladesworn, honestly. It's part of the problem, is it doesn't obey the rule of cool. It isn't... Like, the animations on it aren't cool, really. The concept is dope. Like, I have, How many weebs we got in the chat? I can say that word. It's my word. Made it to the end of the Naruto series. There's a moment where Might Guy basically goes Super Saiyan, right? And that's what Dragon Trigger should feel like to me, where you have this unbelievable moment of power that you've been building up to. And it's not allowed to do that because it's weak as a kitten because it has an 8-second cooldown. Yeah, the Deadeye one's another one that's weird because I'm sure Deadeyes would rather have their 1500 range back than have the Neil thing, but whatever. You just blow up the fucking world. I should have actually pressed buttons there. Not been a potato. He's gonna die in a couple seconds though, so we're fine. Maybe. I'm sure it's fine. What could go wrong? But like, I do not know what my buttons do, dude. Yeah, he unlocks the 8th gate. He goes Super Saiyan. He does Night Guy. It looks badass. He kicks Madara through a mountain. 50%. We're good. And like, it's dope. That's what Dragon Trigger should feel like, animation and all. Like, you get those 10 bullets, you summon a giant dragon. Yeah, it'd be amazing. See, the thing with Dragon Trigger as well, especially, and they've already acknowledged this, Kale, is like none of Bladesworn's tooltips are accurate, and we still don't know how the power scaling works with it, like with Might, because occasionally I was talking to one of our frequent audience members. I need a name for you guys. Homage has his War Pigs, but it's War Piggies. Called them that the other day and he got very mad. It's good. Not really, because he's Canadian, they're incapable, but still. Builders? No, that's too weird. Anyway, you guys, I cover, frequent on the channel. Shout out to him. I was talking with him and I was like, Dragon Trigger occasionally does damage. Like, it can do damage. And if you get up to these, like, absurd damage values that Warrior is capable of with strength, like stacking might or power or whatever, occasionally against, like, tower guards or tower lords, it'll look like it does damage. Like, you'll get that 10k hit. Because the scaling coefficient on it with power is, like, a mystery, and it's still not on the wiki, and we have no idea what it is for PvE or World versus World. It's just fucked. It's just, like... Technically, yeah, it can do damage, but if you charge less than 10 bullets, it's weak as a kitten, so... I don't know. Also, PSA chat, this is what the Legendary Spear looks like, or at least one of the variants, and we're going to be giving one of these away for our Bloodborne fashion contest. I promised you guys more information. It will be 1 week after next week, so... not next week because we have the launch of the game, but the following week we will be doing our Bloodborne fashion contest. We will be giving away whatever this unpronounceable spear as first place. More information on that to come. And let me scroll down. Not this. This will be second place, 500 gold and 50 mystic coins, and third place will be 200. I know it's not staggered perfectly, but it's the best I can do. And if you just enter the fashion contest, whether you submit over the break, or because it'll have to be over the break as well, or if you catch it live, you will get 5 mystic coins. And that is in exchange for all of these subs over on Twitch and on YouTube, and for you guys just watching the content. And like I said, my goal with this is just to find people who like build crafting. You don't have to play it. You just have to look it up and make a hunter, Gibbs. What could go wrong? You don't win 5 free mystic coins? What do you mean? There's no queue, you liars. I am actually kind of glad I spent like the first bit of this stream complaining about Warrior and then like got kind of stomped by a Spellbreaker. Like, again, Spellbreaker's simple, but it's good. Doing full raids, no experience necessary, goddamn. Go hit up me.exe. We need a cooler cat, chat. Is the plush kitty available? Is plush cat? Can plush cat happen? Caps lock is on. Good to know. No plush cat, unfortunately. Wonder if I like combined all of the pals homestead package in the Mystic Forge, if it would give me a plush cat. Truly tragic. Also, I realized that there's a lot of, I mean, surprise, surprise. I never look at them because I don't like gambling, but there's a lot of really cool skins in like the statuettes that I don't know, I don't really want, but like, I don't know, I don't do anything else with my money. Like the Shimmering Aurora stuff, like this is pretty dope, honestly. And I just missed the Black Lion key sale, which means they're probably not going to do another one for like 3 months. A little bit unfortunate. Like, they got some good stuff in here. Some mining tools. Good way to get mining tools, infinite mining tools, actually. If you just do your weekly key farm, which I still do. The thing with Berserker is I wish they would, like, buff a kind of it that isn't Mace, Zerker, Dream. Like, all of Berserker and... I mean, granted, Mace has sucked for a really long time, so it's their turn in the rotation, but, like... Again, I don't fully agree with everything he says. I don't think anyone should fully agree with anything anyone says, but, like, Captain Crapface pointed out, had this really good point where, like, Mace Spellbreaker is the most toxic warrior playstyle you could come up with. Outside of, like, maybe Skullgrinder. No, there is one, Sergio. I just saw someone with it. There's a plush Warclaw. Rewind the stream like 10 minutes. He's running around Armistice, I think. Because, like, you just, like, cease... How do I explain this without sounding biased? There's... In video games, where it's, like, PvP, whether it's a fighting game, or Guild Wars 2, or pretty much anything like Dark Souls, where there's an opponent of, like, this is really strong in, like, a PvE environment, right? Or, like, a you versus the computer environment. And then you take those tools and start interacting with other players. Hard crowd control effects, at least according to my game design friend, and I can see where he's coming from with this, are really strong to make feel good both for you and the opponent, right? There has to be an effect and a way to counter that effect. That's why there are stun breaks in this game, and that's why if you see them adding more like feature creep with dazes being available to things, you'll see them giving stun breaks back and stuff. Because it has to be, it's like the AI arms race, it has to be an arms race of tools things have. Spellbreaker just, like, makes it so you can't play the game with maces. And yeah, that's a playstyle, especially, like, if it's gonna be the CC thing. But there should be other options for both like Berserker and Spellbreaker and Bladesworn, and it's just like, whatever. Like my kingdom for a melee Condi weapon on Warrior, right? Like a real melee Condi weapon or something like that. Be amazing. This is the song that I can't play. Hold on. For some reason, that one song is super copyrighted, and I'm glad to get it off of here. Wonder if I can play the remix of it. Let's just take all of these off my playlist, chat. Because I keep not only getting DMCA'd, but I keep getting takedown requests for that one song from Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Don't know why. All the other songs are chill. It's a Tiger came up on January. Does it say plush tiger then? Or is it a different mount? I don't know if diminishing returns are the answer. I think a diminishing returns stealth mechanic would be okay, but not for CCs. I'm okay with what they did with stun breaks. Like I didn't get to finish my point. I was mostly using Spellbreaker to illustrate a point. Sorry, have to actually play video games now. Oh, come on, he has to be dead right here. There's no way. Yeah, it's like... There we go. Pseudo's learning how to play the video game again. It's good. Dude, Spectre's gonna be off the chain. Like all that one season, like everyone thought OG End of Dragons was like Bladesworn's time to shine. In plat matches, it was Spectre's time to shine. And all those Spectre players, you can bet your bottom dollar they're gonna be back in 3 weeks. Enjoy fighting Thief with Shroud with no downsides. But again, it's been like that for years. It kind of deserves it. Hang on. I can't preview matches. Look at it in a sec. Thank you though, Sergio. Appreciate it. Sergio's always got the links for me. Ready to go. Forgot I have to charge mantras because I'm not a firebrand. I don't get firebrand privilege. Like, I can ambush from over here and my clones will do it. Like, Mesmer's so crazy, town. Fucking 3k hit on a Tyrant Amulet. What is this stupid class, dude? Recommendations for a build role class, new player, whatever looks cool to you. Whatever looks good to you, guard. Like, whatever you are enjoying, you can try anything out in the PvP arena, just like spec it out with a build and an amulet, figure out some skills you like, and just go for it. Send it, dude. Especially if you're Zerging, because it's largely not going to matter. Whatever you like the class fantasy of and are enjoying pressing the buttons on. If you give me like some what you enjoy playing in other games, I could probably give you some recommendations. But it's kind of like a fighting game where you just pick a character based on look. Great question, though. Wizard's Vault is resetting in 7 days. Oh, that didn't teleport me. I was counting on going through the fucking wall. That's not good. Help, potato. Help, potato. E-targeting still works. Coming from WoW. Usually PvP on mobile healers. Guardian. Firebrand. So it's the Path of Fire spec. It is the most mobile healer. Well, it's not mobile, but you can make it mobile. But it is the healer. It's the blue one that is the specialization of Guardian that pulls out books. Joy of not playing in a long time. Sorry, Ken. Are you on Steam? Or is it a just client launcher issue? Occasionally, give it a... If it's crashing and it won't let you in or it's giving you an error message, give it a few minutes. Because sometimes you'll ping the server with too many requests and it'll be like, nah. Tempest is pretty good recommendation too. Firebrand with a speed relic would be fine, and you get speed relics just for leveling up, I believe. But I could be wrong. I mean, she's not wrong or they're not wrong in chat. Like, in general, Firebrand's kind of slow, but like, not always. Like, there's, as we discussed, like, Firebrand has the most stun breaks. You can build it with a speed relic. You could take all the teleports. Like, it's got things. You can build anything just about anyway these days. Damn it. Almost got him. Oh, he's down over there. Sick. I can't about face because I'm mobilized. Does it still run Flock? Isn't there a huge cooldown on Flock now? And didn't they just nerf Barrier in general? Like, back when Flock just converted all healing you did to Barrier, that's true, but I thought they nerfed that real hard. I could be wrong. I don't play Firebrand Zergs. I just know it's the thing. But chat is also very right. Like, don't take my recommendations. Again, chill building community. Alright, well, there you go. Tempest with, Tempest or Firebrand with a Flock Relic. I think you go get Spawn here. Been doing some map completion on a Firebrand. It's I will say the not charging mantras and PvE thing they added for Firebrand, extremely sick. 100% support that. What's new in Guild Wars 2? We have a huge release for the last story for Janthier Wilds next week, and we have 6 new relics with that, and then we have a gigantic balance patch in about a month. I would say Tempest is probably easier. Well, try them both. The thing with Tempest is it comes off a base class called Elementalist, which is super like it has 4, instead of having weapons, it has 4 different attunements or like elements that it can channel, right? It's actually this thing I'm fighting here. So it's more of your traditional like wizard class. The thing with it is that the Tempest version of Elementalist is not super complicated. So going from Elementalist to Tempest won't be that much of a stretch. Guardian has comparatively fewer relics to start. It's kind of like the Priest class, or fewer buttons to start. But in exchange for that, Firebrand gets like 15 new buttons. You don't need to know what they do. You just need to know that Book 2 is your Healy book and your Book 3 is your support book, essentially. But I'd try them both. They're both going to look daunting, and I'm going to tell you don't really need to know what your buttons do, so don't really worry about it. I mean, Flock was good when it had a 0-second cooldown, and it just converted all healing you did to Barrier Dream. Hold arc DPS, that'll do it. Oh my god. Let me onto the point. He knows. Bro. Trying to read chat. You expect me to press buttons and read chat? There we go. He just wanted something to start with, though. What's up, Geode? Did you get your computer sorted out? Hopefully, some of the supply chain nonsense is done. Well, the good thing about both Firebrand and Tempest is with the starting gear they give you, which is Celestial gear, it has basically every stat, essentially, except for the boon duration ones, which you will want some of. It's going to be very easy to just jump into World versus World and heal, because they both scale pretty well. I can trail these off. Hang on. Very quickly. These aren't builds that I have set up, but I'm sure I have a firebrand somewhere. Hang on. So, like, where is she? I think the only one I have is fire themed, so. let's not send him down that path, Haku. I want it to be good too. Heal Spellbreaker. One day. One day when Magebane Tether gives boons instead of Dragon Trigger, right? I mean, the good thing is even if you can't fix it, Guild Wars 2 will run on a shoe. Have you looked for, like the mini PCs? People have like so much stock of them that they're like 400, 500 bucks for a good one. And they run everything really well because of their APUs are insane. They're like the little Win Mini I showed off, Geode, but basically in PC form, and they do everything. Like I bought one for one of my friends, and hers like can run Harry Potter, which is the worst optimized game in the history of games. So I don't know, but this is Firebrand. It's blue. You get these mantras that you have to charge. They're going to be like spamming out for various support things. It gets books. Basically all the books like dump a giant AoE on the ground and heal and stuff. You have pages, which are how you cast your books these days. And you essentially just roll through all your support books and throw lots of AoEs like this on the ground. And if that's something that appeals to you, more power to you. Does this not give you pages? I was going to say it better. It's silly. Feel like some warrior interaction if, what's it called? Renewed Focus didn't. No worries, dude. I was just trying to give you unsolicited advice. And different people can use different stuff. You just wanted recommendations. No one's right or wrong. Tempest. So, where's my Tempest? Where's my heal Tempest, chat? Tempest is more like this. I already heard this silly playlist. I'm loving the 2XKO soundtrack. If you guys have soundtrack recommendations that I can actually play on here, let me know. So Tempest, Elementalist looks like this. You have 4 different attunements, and instead of having like weapon swap cooldowns, your attunements go on cooldown. So you get 20 buttons to start, which looks daunting, and lots of different weapon combinations, but if you're healing, you'll probably be using staff. But essentially, Tempest is, once you get into an attunement, like I'm in water right now, you can super attune to it to do this and move around while you're doing it, and then you drop these. Well, I thought it dropped a field. Most of them drop fields. And they like leave behind little after effects and stuff. It's essentially like one big elemental cast, but then the that cast goes on like mega cooldown, as you can see, or that element. Tempest actually sort of still has a trade-off. I didn't realize that with the mega cooldown. Huh. You'll live, you learn. Heal Tempest can ignore 3 of those pretty much. Jumping in and out of what's it called? Water. Yeah, the weird thing with Berserker, this is the wrong character. Well, I can put her back in PV. The weird thing with Berserker is it's Warrior's only Condi spec, and the only Condi build uses a power weapon in PvP. And even if you run sword, it's not very good and scales better with power damage. And like, at least it scales with power damage. Yeah, that's not wrong. As long as you're pressing blue buttons, that's generally a decent way to play them. Oh man. There's lots of builds out there though. Infinity YouTube builds of play this. Just watch the date that they were updated, because this, for all my complaints of this game having a glacial balance patch, it changes faster than you'd think. If anyone wants to paste just a build he could copy into his builder in chat for either Tempest or Firebrand that they use, like the hex code or whatever it's called, go for it. It shouldn't call those because they're not links. But that'd be great, like Selly gear. There we go. There's a fun chat activity. I'll even If you do that, the first 2 people will send you 10 gold, since it's not a giveaway day. If you want to paste the build you use on either Tempest or Firebrand. With like a minimum amount of context. It is funny to me, and I feel a little bit bad for Cal, who probably worked on it. Like, the amount of work that went into, what's it called? Spear on Ellie, and people still just run Meteor Shower. I think that's most, Kale, I think that's... Because Water Signet gives you cleanses when you... Does it give you cleanses or your target cleanses, or like the AoE you cast it in? Because if it cleanses on... If it cleanses on your target, I would say that's probably to get rid of poison. Yeah, so if it's on the AoE, it's probably to deal with like poison. Because when you have it, like Warrior deals with this all the time with their like res banner, if the thing you're trying to res has poison on it, it just does flat healing and it won't res them. So it's probably because of that. Also because water cleansing. That's what I was saying. Holy crap. So you're like, remember 20 minutes ago, chat, when we started the stream and I don't know, I was choking to death? It's really weird they keep buffing the heal on enter Berserk mode on Berserker. Because, like, Berserker doesn't need healing when they enter Berserk mode. And granted, like, Eternal Champion will trigger that on exit. But, like, can we have something else? You know? It's just weird. It's like, when you're at full health, you don't need healing. Like, it'd be cool if at full health that made healing convert into barrier or something while Blood Reckoning was triggering, but I don't know. Makes more sense on a build that doesn't try to camp Berserk 24/7. I would agree with you if they split the functionality of Eternal Champion from like on entering or exiting Berserk mode from that one button. Like, Eternal Champion should make all those traits trigger when you exit, and they can keep that functionality. But, like, Berserkers really need the ability to just exit Berserk mode whenever they want. Like, it's... After playing with that trait, it is so rough not playing with it. Like, trying to make a King of Fires build whenever I have an aneurysm and try that, like... It's so incredibly rough not being able to just exit Berserk mode and kite or whatever. Like, it still wouldn't feel great for a Berserker, but it would feel better, you know what I mean? Let's look up this Tiger Warclaw, I think Sergio pointed out. Not available. Garbage. Do I not have any more? I must have a new Warclaw since I played my Mirage Lady. Fashion time, chat. Hold, please. Somebody come ambush me. See, this is where I need chat's help, because I'm actually really bad at dyeing my mounts. Ooh, that one actually kind of looks badass. Is that just the base one? Kind of is. Outrider. That one's not bad. Kind of want the exosuit one. I think Sergio might be right. Is there no plush one? No, there's a plush boy. Plush Tiger Warclaw. Don't have it. Tragic, truly. Star Goat. Is there a Star Canthan one that I just don't have, or I do have and I'm stupid? That looks badass. That's the one we're going with. What's the panda look like? Alright. Okay with this. What do I think of the new backpack? I haven't seen it in the game yet, but the preview looks dope. I was going to put that into a short, but I didn't get time today. Have you thought about how much self-healing you can get out of the trait which heals you when you apply Might plus the new Might relic? And Sigil of Might. Yeah, the thing with Sigil of Might is it's never as good as I want it to be. because you have to be hitting something, and that, like, never happens. Hang on, I have to screenshot something. I have to bully one of my officers later. Core support Ellie? Well, we'll see. We'll see. I like the new backpack. I might actually make it because it seems like it's dyeable. Unlike the first 3 legendary backpacks, which I think is a huge middle finger to those 3, but maybe we get, like, a revision of those. Oh, hey, Enigma. Yeah, it's weird. Paravan was just talking to me. It's too bad he doesn't talk to you, dude. Do you know he logged into this game? It's amazing. I'm intrigued by the new Might Relic. I really wonder what the duration of Might is going to be on it. The thing with getting healing from it in any capacity is you still have to run Strength, which is clearly what they want it to work with. Like, it's the relic to make Bladesworn not suck as much, right? Like, they might as well rename it that. But Might Makes Right gives you some good health. Like, it's 100-ish. It's like 98 per stack of Might. So regenning 10 more Might in World versus World isn't really going to make or break a fight. Like, that's another 1,000 health per 8 seconds or 9 seconds or whatever Dragon Trigger's going to end up being. So it's good. The better side of Might Makes Right with that relic is it's going to be 2 more Might. Like, it's going to be 2 more endurance per stack of Might, right? So it's going to be effectively 20 more Might every or 20 more endurance every Dragon Trigger, which means you get basically 1 more dodge, like 1 more full dodge every Dragon Trigger. Yeah, I already have like 4 builds for a Geode, trust me. That's kind of the theme of tonight, is I've already spec'd those out based on even just what they said. Yeah, so how that works, Dream, for the spear is you unlock, I can show you. Sorry, Dream's asking in guild chat. When you get the legendary spear, you unlock them all, and then, like, depending on which one you have equipped, it also changes, like, I think which ones go back onto your back, but you unlock all these skins just automatically. It's probably got some lore relevance that I don't know, I'm too stupid for. Yeah, I have so many. Like, Mirage, like 3 different Bladesworn builds, Power Druid. There's another one in there that I can't remember. Oh, Hybrid Hollow. I'm actually really interested in Hollow because Hollow, I think Boyce was talking about this. I think it was Boyce. But Hollow form's been in this weird kind of warrior status for a really long time where you're actually at a disadvantage to go into hollow form. Like, as soon as you go into hollow form, it's like the Dragon Trigger thing, and you just become a giant target because it doesn't have any defensive utility at all. It just builds heat, which is the resource for your utilities that get better. But other than that, you basically have like no stability. You get barrier sort of, but that's like it, and that's if you hit something. So yeah, it's okay. Hollow is the real sleeper for that new Might Relic, especially if you're running, what's it called? Alchemy, that's the trait line. Holy shit, brain. Like, they're not only buffing the crap out of NG and Hollow specifically, but when you're just gaining Might passively, it's going to be 1 more Might you gain with the Hollow trait for traditional, you know, Hollow Smith. I can't remember what it's like. It's one of the ways, it's like Crystal Configuration Eclipse or something. It's the Grandmaster that gives you Might when you're over a certain heat threshold and gives you another heat threshold on your bar. It's like the middle one. That's the real winner, I think, for the relic, even though it's clearly intended to work with Bladesworn. What trait line would Alchemy replace? I was thinking Firearms Alchemy, just because you also have the trait in Firearms that gives you Might whenever you apply bleeding. So you could do like the old Hollow Disc Hollow that just applies bleeding whenever it hits something. And you get a bunch of sustain that way. I plan to run Firearms with tools, though. See how that goes. Because Hollow already has a little bit of sustain on it. It kind of is in this realm where it needs to be built filled glass as well. Because it's kind of warrior, but not, you know? But we'll see. I always get jealous of like NG traits and warrior traits, and then I remember they don't get a weapon swap at all. Sounds like a huge DPS loss. What's your other trait line, Kale? It can't be explosives. I refuse to think that you're... Like, here's the thing with NG. I had an NG stream when I was like doing the dissection of Mechanist. The weird thing with NG is tools gives you as much of a damage bonus as like explosive does if you don't count the trait that like makes vulnerability do slightly more damage. Explosive and firearms? Yeah, maybe if you're going full glass. I'd almost go tools and firearms at this point, because tools gives you like 2 permanent 10% damage, and there's percentage too. Damage buffs. Especially with the new trait that's like going to give you vigor when you dodge, that's going to synergize with tools really well, because one of the traits is like gain damage when you have vigor, and tools is supposed to be a utility trait line, which is odd, you know? I feel a little bad for this. A little bit bad. I'm gonna actually shatter and let them res. I feel bad. And it's clearly a new... Oh, Sergio's not. Well, Sergio, you're gonna die, dude. Sergio got the kill, though. Rude. What's he got back there? Deadeye with a scepter. Alright. Maybe make this work. I cannot get a line of sight. Holy shit. Nah, it's fair. It's gonna get run over anyway. Yeah, but Frosty sucks. We already went over that. I mean, explosives does give you the most, I know, but I feel like the utility you get from, I don't know, tools just outweighs it. But I don't play NG, so you're probably right. Or rather, I don't play Hollow. I did play a bunch of Mechanist, but that doesn't count. It's not a real class. I need to level up my masteries, chat. Forgot to respec everything. Exciting content, I know. No one wants 10 free gold for sharing their Tempest build or their Firebrand build. I get you. Secret. Keep it secret, keep it safe. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what do you even run on Hollow these days? Like, for a weapon? I've seen everything. It can't be Spear. 5 hits. The glue shot? I didn't know the glue shot did damage. That's interesting. If the glue shot's unblockable, that's crazy. There are very few unblockable immobilizers in this game. I would have thought sword shield. I wouldn't have thought sword pistol. I definitely would have thought hammer, because that basically was Scrapper, the specialization, right? Alright, let's roll. Yeah, still give you 10 gold for it. And just cast it into your elixir bong for insane unblockable spike. I want to look this up now. Hold on, chat. Hold, please. We'll queue while we hold. Alright. Sergio, I'll give you 5 gold because you didn't paste it into actual chat. I'll do the work for you. How about that? But thank you. There you go. There's a Tempest build to start with. I want to see glue shot while we queue. Hang on. I'm going to drop this, but I'll be running around. Nose itches, chat. NG. Where's this forgotten specialization? Holy shit, it hits harder than Dragon Trigger. Yeah, and the 5 doesn't do bad damage either. Okay, so full glass hollow. That's cool, Kale. Holy god. That's amazing. What does one do with that link code? So just copy it, and then when you're on an elementalist, you can right click here in this build tab and you just go paste, right? You can also store it in your global storage here. So I could like paste it in here and then I would have a Tempest build in my storage. You can see what it is. Delete. There we go. No, great questions. Please feel free to ask questions if you're new. Yeah, they added that, I think a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. I'm incredibly old and probably going to die soon, chat. Yeah, this community is extremely chill for builds, and we're extremely friendly toward new people, mostly because we're all jaded and we'd love to help you out. Yeah, feel free to ask any questions. I mean, Kale already said they're going like full glass on that Coolster, so I can believe it. And Hammer has a block, it just doesn't have like all the utility that Shield does, I suppose. Where can we go, Sergio, if you're around? Go retake that camp. Yeah, Untamed is interesting. Like, again, a lot of people are complaining about this patch because people love to yap, right? And I do feel for Warriors. Like, Warrior really got fucked again in this patch. Like, they really didn't get many functionality changes when they were like, this is the functionality patch. I'm gonna cope and say that's because of Bladesworn reworks coming, but even in lieu of that, like, Guardian and Ranger really didn't get much either. Yeah, they got buffed, but like, I was re-watching it and they didn't get much. So, I don't know, at least it's not every patch that Ranger gets the shit buffed out of it. Always refer to Zerg builds, hell yeah. My builds never refer to Zerging builds, so there you go. I'm actually also managing to switch characters, chat, today. Are you guys proud of me? Am I a good pseudo? Do I get a head pat? Sir, we're making a game about a blue hedgehog that runs fast. I need a budget to hire the lead singer from Sleeping with Sirens. Also, Sonic, what was this? Frontiers? Underrated game. Not bad. I have it on my little handheld. It's not bad. Shield is NG's best weapon. Love this purple. The thing with Shield is forever NG didn't have a complement for it. Like, no mace, no sword. That's why I maintain that the shared weapons thing really did help NG. Despite fucking Warrior. Oh, man. But yeah, if you're new, if you're old, welcome back. I am Pseudo. I stream Monday, Wednesday, sometimes Friday at 3. Next week, we're going to be streaming Tuesday, Thursday. This will also be in the post section and probably pinned in this video. Tell your friends, tell your cat, tell your cat's friends, because Tuesday is release week when we're going to have new relics to play with, and I would much rather play with the new relics for you than give a day and then speculate. So, I also may or... I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the Janther story. Like, I read the summary. I'm not super invested in it personally. It seems cool, and it seems to be building up to some really cool stuff, and I don't really want to spoil the trailer that they put out, but it addresses some stuff, and that stuff has kind of been in the back of my mind since the first expansion came out, which is kind of cool. So hopefully that stuff is handled better than Deimos was. And the new expansion is tied to that stuff, and pretty good payoff for us. But I'm stoked. We also get more expansion news in like July, which is pretty cool. No one's giving me swiftness. I am a slow boy. Give me swiftness. My man is up there now. I do the about face thing on this side. Couldn't remember if it worked over here. Oh my god. Free kill? Free kill. Alright. Happens. Fuck me. Holy god. That is a full glass Chronomancer that I just got erased from existence by. Blew all of his buttons and did all of the damage. And I have to be careful of that. That thing does so much damage. Kept giving it wild stuff. I see what you did there. Alright, well. Wow, he even has Signet of Humility. Fair enough. Told you guys, this is going to be pseudo relearns Mirage. Exciting times in the worlds of Guild Wars 2. I have a feeling if I don't go home, this person's just going to get erased by this Chronomancer like I was. It's very close. He was erased by the Chronomancer. Does Clarity have an animation? Oh, you get like a little eyeball over your head, okay. Doesn't last for very long. Interesting. I'm a bird, chat. I'm a bird. Oh, it's so much longer in PvP than it is in World versus World. I forgot. Good job. We're learning. That Chrono is good, dude. Chrono's very good. Got that jump dodge macro on lock. That's fair. We won 2. We'd do to lose 1. Just gotta play better. This feels like an actual plat match, though. I know we're like losing pretty hard, but like it actually feels like how a plat match would go. Where it's decided by like 3 fights. And this is something that somebody asked on Reddit, like, Guild Wars 2 PvP is really esoteric and hard to get into because well, a lot of the time when you're learning, it either feels like you're just going to get stomped or you're never gonna like be able to do anything. It's real weird in that sense. I'd die. Yep, knew it. I should go back to Bladesworn, Jesus. Oh no, they had 3 people on me. Alright, fair enough. Where'd my team go? They just used me as bait? I should have gotten home if I was bait. Whatever. Is this a hybrid build? Sort of. For World vs. World, you should run mostly Selly on it, just because Selly's like the best Condi stat. For PvP, I guess also sort of, because it's a Tyrant Amulet. But all Condi builds in PvP generally run some power these days. I'm just happy to have a Tyrant Amulet. I may switch from the Spear, but I figured I would try it out. My traditional was Axe Torch, but that's before you could even use Shield on Mesmer. Yeah, we're just getting erased this game. That's fair. This is supposed to lose match. I may set up my other one that I'm a little bit more comfortable on and see how that goes. Ooh, a core NG. I'd love to fight you. Actually get a 1v1 right now. Amazing. Nope, don't get a 1v1 now. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think there's design space for this to work on Condi as well, though. I gotta get better at keeping track of my dodges. Fuck. That was nice. That was nice. It was basically whoever got their skill off first, and he won that battle. Maybe I can win the downstate fight. Unlikely, but maybe. Nope. Not with a chalk. I'm okay with it. We're learning. We're relearning. I kind of do want to do my, what's it called? Full-on rabbit amulet build that I used to run on Condi Mirage. It wasn't good, but it was fun. But Tyrant Amulet is like so much better than rabbit ever was. Like, I love that Mesmer actually has a toughness amulet that isn't just terrible now. See if we can give him some points and end this a little bit faster. Practice kiting. Not doing too terribly. Definitely relearning what my buttons do, but fun. Getting my kiting down. Happy with it. Let me respec her real quick. Why always something happened when I left? We lost all fortress in the red map and the flames in chat. Interesting. Are you stoking the flames? Sergio, be a good boy. Hang on. New relics. They previewed them on the balance stream Requiem. So like right at the end there's a little, I timestamped it. I think someone put them in chat. They don't have names yet, so it'd be hard to look them up on the wiki. Maybe someone can grab you that timestamp if I don't get to it in a sec. I want to respec this out real quick. Very important, Fashion Wars and whatnot. Tyrant we're going to stick with. What was the one that they put in like to work with Tyrant? I think it was Ogre. Runes. Yeah, these were like good. There was another one that was better though. It's right at the end of that stream. I think we're gonna go Traveler. Traveler, and then for this, I'm gonna do Rivers. Yeah. This will be Confusion and Cleansing, and I'll be boring and just do Energy Cleansing on both. And we'll switch up to Australia, and I need a shield. Oh, we'll still run Torch, I guess. Since this is like my traditional build, just with different gear. It's not super great. That's not super great. Go Chaos. Staff. Prismatic. The thing you don't have the really good self-cast. It was really unhelpful for the game, but they had a trait that would auto-trigger and stealth you. Protection to allies. That's not great. Lesser Chaos Storm's also not great. All of these are not great. Pseudo makes faces at chat. So here's a question, chat. Hang on. If I give myself Aegis and I have Mirror Pulsing, if I get hit by a ranged attack, does it consume the Aegis? They're at the bottom of the patch notes. There you go. Oh no, that's not awful. I don't hate this. Does staff still give alacrity right now in PvP? Oh my god, it does. Alright, that's broken. I know it won't next week, but we'll try this for now. Sick. Alright, this is a bad build, chat. We're gonna do it. Wait, no, I need one more thing for this. Does Axis of Symmetry make your clones do damage as well? Yeah, that's what I've been running forever, Dream, but I don't know, I don't want to be a basic bitch. Hang on. Okay. That didn't seem like it did power damage from the clones, really. I don't know if a Sigil of Intelligence would be worth it there. It seems like a waste. I want to have some power damage is the thing. Because Mirage, like... Axe 3 hits decently hard. I'll just do it. What could go wrong? Yeah, make sure your accounts are connected on Twitch for next week. Hang on, chat. Get a little bit of a less screamy song. Or a more screamy song. Ouch. Okay. Ugh. Now, I've always liked Mirror, like as a heal skill. Sorry, I had to crack my neck. Yeah, I should be good. It's just like Axe has never been very dominant on it, you know? I mean, Reaper's just nasty, period, because of the chill. Yeah, they said I think Taylor mentioned Condi Soul Beast as well, like, keeping an eye on it, possibly toning it down for the patch. So we'll see what happens there. Such a good soundtrack. Who wants to kickstart a sequel to Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance with me? I think that'd be dope. Trying to think, I was going to show off another build, but it's fine. What other pet does Condi Soul Beast run? Still Smoke Scale? Because it's got to be the bee, and like what else? The power creep on Ranger pets has been nuts as well. I wonder if you'll get a new weird, Yeah, I know the bee, what else? Gotta be another one. I feel like I should definitely be running shield on this. Torch is okay. Torch gives me my stealth skill that I wanted. I'd be astonished if it's a Boga for actual PvP, maybe for World vs. World. I guess just because you don't really get confusion anywhere else. Yeah, what's it called? The stupid chalk pet that's just hit scan damage and doesn't need to scale with your stats, I know is quite good as well for just almost universally for builds. Very, very, very good pet. Yeah, this works. Alright. Cool. The Spine Gazer's alright, but it's like really fragile from what I hear. Like it has like 2 health and falls over. And I'm pretty sure they didn't... I mean, it's Soul Beast, I guess. So it doesn't need to revive its pets. Tyrant Amulet is like what I always wanted for Mesmer too. I'm really glad it's in the game. I really hope they, what's it called, roll in the Phantasmal Axes into actual axe. Like, it would be objectively better if each axe just did more Condi damage, but it's just cool. Like, when you take the axe trait and summons an extra axe for every axe skill you use, like, it's just cool. Even though they can be reflected and stuff, you know? It's like the rule of cool. I just really like it. I don't know, maybe I'm insane. Scepter is probably just objectively better than the axe in almost every way these days, though. Such a good song. Shout out to Beast in Black, if you haven't heard this band. Just amazing. I mean, the thing with the Spine Gazer and the Chalk is they're just hit scan damage, right? They just like wiggle at your opponent and the opponent takes damage. Wolf for survivability. Like the Fear Wolf? I was gonna say the Arctic Wolf is probably even better for the Condi. Like, Chill is so oppressive. I'm sure you can do whatever on Condi Soul Beast. This class is so dumb. The thing with Relic of Rivers, too, is it actually synergizes pretty well with Chaos. Gives you a boon that gives you a bunch of Condi into boon duration. It's like pretty good. And CC removal, unflinching fortitude for the stun break. Yeah, I think I've seen him running that. Sort of, it's sort of Eurobeat, but not really. It's just more in the style of Eurobeat. Like, the whole band is kind of 80s synthwave, like retro futurism in a lot of their songs. Also, apparently, shout out to the lead singer. Apparently, he's a huge Yu-Gi-Oh nerd. I love finding that crap out. I also, what was the band? So I'm a huge From Ashes to New fan, right? And the lead singer from that has one of the largest anime collections in like human history or something. And I forget what other band I was listening to a song from, or I think it was like Fable or like Divide Music or something. The top comment was from Ashes to New. It was like there are no words, like the official ass band. It was just like, I love how incestuous my stupid rock bands are, that they all listen to each other's crap. It's so great. Oh man. It's a theme song to our Bloodborne fashion contest. I almost feel like I'm not gonna have a ton of Condi cleanse. I definitely need the mantra. But I almost feel like I should, what's the trait? I'm taking the reflect trait, right? Yeah, while it's in the game, gotta take that. I guess we'll keep Mirror on here. The reason I usually, or used to take Mirror is I used to take Runes of the Adventurer back when they were a thing. So I'd get another dodge, which is always good. Actually, what's the cooldown on that in PvP? I might take, no, I can't take that over River Service, gives you regen. It's too good. We are queued, Jesus. Should be roaming. Thought this would be faster because we just lost a game. But Mesmer's always been a build that I can like play without my brain on. And I'll have to turn my brain on to learn what the spear skills do. But I played so much of this stupid build that I should be able to talk to you guys and stream as well. Mesmer's also just a cool concept for a class in general. There we go, finally. If I can actually duck back into... Oh, I can't leave the... Can I... I can't leave the PvP lobby while I'm in queue? How weird. I wonder what hack that prevents. Protein chat. So bad at playing it. Try different ones, Burnt Fish. Like, I really wanted to like Chronomancer when it was debuted and shown off, and as much as I wanted to like it, and even though it was super overpowered at the time in all game modes, I just couldn't get the hang of it. Like, I never got the rotation down, it just didn't go into my brain. All three of the Mesmer specializations, let alone core, play extremely different these days, and you can make core Mesmer work. But like, if you don't like the clone management or the pet management, don't play Mirage. Like, Mirage is very much the more clone-focused one. Chrono is like the, you know, god tier of space one. And Virtuoso, you can play without hands. Yeah, exactly. So, start with Vert. Because it probably plays a lot closer to other stuff. The thing with Vert that I think is a little bit overpowered is I don't think their blades... either their blade song should not be unblockable, or it shouldn't restock its... It shouldn't restock its blades while being invulnerable. Like, the fact that it regens its burst while being invulnerable is real strong, so... I'm not really sure what the counterplay is there. Kind of line of sighting all these people. Yeah, we're sticking with Mirror. Mirror's way too good. My team's dead. Team's dead. Sick. Love to see it. Yeah, this is a pseudo brain off build. I'm just way more familiar with this. Losing the alacrity on staff ambush will be rough for PvP, but definitely can deal with it. Are you guys here? Love Continuum Split. I love Continuum Split with Mimic as a concept. I would wish they would balance it for it. Like, it's such a cool thing. This is another supposed to lose match. My team is like all here now and they're gonna team wipe. This is why Guild Wars 2 PvP is so esoteric and like hard to grasp for most people, because they don't get it. They don't get that like fighting on points is way better than like running far and dying like this. But a lot of people have to learn, so I get it. Yeah, our thief has a brain, our ranger has a brain, that's good. Rifle Warrior. It's the best one. Best weapon. Feels really weird right now having rifle be your best weapon. It is. Well, thank you. I love doing this. It's so mean. How many people are here? Jesus. Oh my god. Mirror's such a good heal skill. So underrated. Oh, there's another dude. Alright. What's up, dude? They're not gonna see, they're not gonna cap the point. People just don't know. Alright. Shout out to Has-Been Hotel for finally coming out. In the next 11 years, I'm gonna have to wait for season 2. Thanks, Amazon. One dead on our team. What's this? We're another Mirage? Dagger Mirage, interesting. I feel bad. This guy is new. But you gotta do what you gotta do. My team's not exactly a bastion of creativity right now. Unfortunately, they seem to be losing most of their fights. We'll have to carry harder. There we go. Secure stomp. Like, leaving my point was not the right move there, chat, because now we're not going to be able to take mid, and he's just going to die. Oh, man. I should be playing to win. I shouldn't be playing for points or fights, but it is what it is. Maybe we can do some work with the sword. Placement matches, indeed. Placement matches after a season I didn't play in. Gonna be always an adventure. Especially when you lag like that. Holy god. Oh my god. I was taking damage through distortion somehow? Alright, fine, whatever. Sure. Interesting. Should have gone for the shield. It's me being bad, I guess. You live, you learn. You die. Throw PvP games occasionally. I think that was my first death, though. This song wants to play. There's 700 songs on this playlist. Getting a lot of Arc Divider Warriors and stuff like that today. People want to believe that it does damage, dude. Or should hit him, I believe. There's an even 3v3. Oh well. Ah! Too bad. Good games. This thing is going to be immortal. Just hold the point till I win. I swear they added a cast time or some kind of delayed illusionary ambush, but it could just be like my weird internet issues I've been having. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. It happens. We had a very bad comp for that as well. Gonna have to like carry way harder than I did there. Still learning my buttons, chat. No cast time. Alright, I'm just bad. Fine. Whatever. Fuck it. Fair enough. Where's the other song? There it is. Like looking for specific songs on my playlist. I don't know, Dream. I don't think... What is it? Chaos adds much. I might just go inspiration for the Condi cleanse so I don't need to worry about it. Like, maybe if you have, yeah, more stealth skills on your bar, but I feel like chaos just doesn't add enough. Because, like, if I take... What's it called? Back when I played Mirage 400 years ago, shield wasn't an option, so... If I take shield and don't take chaos, I can take... What's it called? Inspiration for defense. Need more build templates, actually. How many do I... I thought I had an even number on this lady. There we go. Like this. Can do... Phantasms. None of the other ones are really useful. What's a glamour these days? Nothing? Nothing. Got it. Where is it? Yeah, we'll give this a shot as well. Does it outperform Condi Reaper? Probably not, because Reaper has chill. I just enjoy Mesmer. Too bad I don't have the Kralkatoric one. I have this one though, which is pretty on brand. Also on brand. We're going with that. Yeah, I think that's okay. I honestly probably don't even need Sigil of Cleansing here. I could take... Because all of these are going to remove a condition now. So we'll go... What's the Confusion one? Literally Sigil of Confusion. Alright, there we go. Yeah, cool. This is wrong though. Mirror or... Mirror. Happy with that. What are the cooldowns like on these? I'm gonna guess 35 and 40? No. And you can catch Tides of Time to reduce it too, right? Yeah, you definitely can. That's crazy. I don't like the shield chat. What are you guys excited to build with the patch? There's got to be some stuff I haven't thought of. I'm especially interested in Thief. Actually, it doesn't look bad with her. Thief builds, because I have not been a Thief player. Mostly because they've been relegated to stealth bots forever, and I just hate that playstyle. But if you out there... Ooh, this one's also pretty sick. Yeah! There we go. We found our shield. Is it gonna show up? It's not gonna show up. There we go. That's badass. Cool. I think Bomb Scrapper will be more viable now that they added another stun break to get, like, running tools. I have a build for that. Very excited for that. Is it... Does Big Old Bomb still CC? Because if it does, that's insane. Oh, I wasn't going to take the, what was it? The Grandmaster that removes when you shatter. That's right. I was going to take the one that lets you use signets. Or makes the, Invisible Signet Cleanse. I was gonna do this. This one, granting Mirage Mirror, gives you Mirage Cloak, so I'd get one more dodge because I'm only running one Signet. Not really worth it. I'd rather have the Alacrity for now. And we'll spec this back to cleansing. Sorry, a lot of build crafting, but obviously theme of the channel, so at least I am on brand as well. Knockdown gives us 360 AoE. I think it only blasts twice though, so there's the Daze one, there's Big Old Bomb. What's the other CC? Just the interactions with Dark Aura seem really interesting, Geode. Especially for Thief. It seems like they really... Like, Thief and NG, I really do think are the big winners of this patch. Cool outfit. Cool outfit. Dude. Creeping on this chick. Still. Magnet Bomb. Yeah, and plus firearms is going to give you stab and quickness if you can fit it into a build. That's why I want to try Tools firearms. I think it'll be incredibly strong. May want to switch up to Ether Feast just to make sure I have enough Condi Cleanse now. Yeah, I think they said that Streamline Kits would still be in there as well. I think that's what he was saying with, Kel was saying with Magnet Bomb. The one that, like, pulls people in. Streamline Kits isn't terrible on Scrapper either because you can run the Kit Heal, which gives you, like, a really good low cooldown heal skill, and it also gives you like the stability or the super speed for running that heal skill, and then it also gives you magnetic aura when you like swap into the kit. Yeah. Q. I'm working on it. Too much build crafting, dude. I finish up my placements so that my build can fundamentally completely change next week. But again, reminder, we are streaming Tuesday, Thursday next week, so at 9. It seems like it has a lot of wild stuff, but NG has sucked for a really long time. Like, Scrapper's been good just because it's been Scrapper, so... It depends on what the quickness number on Quick Draw is, so yes, but... We'll see. Like, if it gives 2 seconds, that's a little much. If it's just 1 second, I'm kind of okay with that. Like, Quick Draw has always been a trait that I really like, and the rest of that trait line isn't super, super great. So... unclear, but I'm excited for that one as well. I've wanted to make a power lifesteal druid with, what's it called? Carnivore forever, and I'm really trying to fit that into a build, but I doubt I'll be able to give up marksmanship. Jump into a map. Chat's probably bored out of their mind. Quick Draw seems like, I mean, so with Druid, Quick Draw works really well already, but with the 2 channels, it's gonna work even better because before, like, Rangers had this, like, feature creep thing. I don't even want to call it power creep. I want to call it feature creep, where, like, different... Ranger used to be balanced where you'd have to, like, all of... How do I say this? All of the pieces that could go onto a Ranger build were really important. So, like, if you took a Sigil of Agility for, like, comboing with Quick Draw and to get those fast Druid casts off, you would give up a Sigil slot for that. But as they've added things like Sigil of the Midnight, or Rune of the Midnight King, or sorry, Relic of the Midnight King, almost like I've never played this game before, to the game, and now quickness on Quick Draw, you don't need those pieces in your build anymore, so it not only gives you good interactions that you were already devoting a lot of your carnival tickets to, you now no longer need to take, like, Beast Mastery just for the Greatsword trait to combo with marksmanship and stuff like that. or in this case, quick draw, or sorry, Sigil of Agility. You can now just take quick draw to combo with like your druid quick draw skills. So yeah, I'm almost terrified, but go check out Paper Roll's channel, guys, if you haven't seen it. This Dolyak is super bugged. He's going to be doing some insane stuff this patch, I'm sure, with that. Dude, you got chocolate chip cookies? Marry her. That's waifu material, dude. My queues have also been really long today. I'm not sure what that's about. Weirdly enough, I feel like I was having the most success on the spear build, just because spear's so cracked. But I do want to try stuff, so see how it feels. 700 songs on this playlist. I'm gonna reshuffle it here. It is on shuffle. Whatever. Where's the song for these characters actually? Where is it, chat? Where's Orchid's theme? Weird. Hang on. I think the same chick was also in Devil Trigger for DMC. Can I not spell Orchid? The heck? We're cute, don't you worry. Found it. This isn't the long version, though. Whatever. Sorry. Anyway. Do you dunk the cookies in the coffee is the burning question everybody wants to know, though, Dream. Very important. That's exactly what I was talking about. I didn't miss it or anything, right? Like, queues on Mesmer have been crazy long today. Need to start queuing on Warrior again. Jeez. There we go. Just gotta bitch a little, chat, sometimes. Actually managed to not have a brain aneurysm and switch classes too. I know I have the extended version of this. I backed it up like 40 times. It's really bothering me. There we go. Gonna drive me nuts. TJ combo. Oh my god, I don't have it. Oh, there it is. Okay. That's not it. That's not it. Okay, I'm disappointed in you, chat, and myself, but mostly you. I'm gonna find this later. There's this dude, so if you didn't know, the Killer Instinct soundtrack is one of the most incredible video game soundtracks in the history of humankind, because Cell Dweller, Mick Gordon, and Atlas Plug all like tag team doing it, right, for the various seasons. Back when Cell Dweller made music. Anyway, there's not only does the music dynamically change as you do different stuff in the game, it has this thing where the songs are like really hard to get the full version of, but there's this one channel and I can't find it anymore, but he's like strung together like 10-hour edits of each song and they're called complete dynamic themes. If you look them up on YouTube with that, it should show up, but I think complete is with a K because it's a fighting game. So just incredible job on his part. I mean, fine, I'll just take this point, whatever. Okay, I won't take this point. There we go. Can I teleport to you? Yes, I can. People doing work on this team. Oh my god. Feels unfair. Shield's so strong on Mesmer. I can't believe the block only has a 35-second cooldown. That's kind of crazy. No thanks. Sniped his heal skill. Good stealth burst. Yeah, this feels mean. Shield feels exceptionally strong now. That's what you get with placements sometimes, though. It's a roller coaster. Bow. So good. I'm sorry, little druid. This doesn't obey pathing either, does it? Oh, it does, sort of. Alright, good to know. They're just off bullying this guy in a corner. It's not out yet. We're prepping, ball. I have so many builds on a notepad. I'm learning how to play Mirage again. It's great. Play is generous, but it's been a lot of fun. You don't have a notepad full of like already fully optimized builds and gear and stuff, dude? It's weird. You're a weirdo. I mean, the patch actually doesn't come out for like almost a month, right? But what comes out, and I'm more interested in, is the relics. So, very curious about those. God, that's so good. Shield is so broken, dude. Shield is so... It's like hammer on anything but NG, dude. Oh my... Good lord. You could. People think this is the death knell of Power Mirage, and they don't realize how much it's getting buffed. Like, Power Mirage is not only getting a bunch more actual percentage power modifiers, which it, you know, it doesn't need. It's going to be the difference between doing infinity damage, but to infinity +1 damage, but whatever, fine. Like, yeah, power block's going away, but they also don't realize that the interval cooldown on the ambush skill for, what's it called, the Greatsword ambush is, like, disappearing completely. So, that's crazy. You know, it's gonna be wild. Power Mirage going to be very strong still. I like that the clones just follow you no matter what. That's very funny. You can throw this over your shoulder, right? Yeah, you can. All right, cool. He's mad. He wants me dead. If I was good, I wouldn't have died there, but I'm not good. I gotta learn shields like startup timing. Yeah, it does look good. It's like it's the Black Lion one, but it should be available for statuettes now. Mystic or Mythic or something like that. It's not the one in the chest. It's the... Sorry, I'm having a stroke trying to think of it. It's whatever the one that you didn't have to buy like the special edition chest for. I can look it up in a second after this. Thank you though. Yeah, it fits with a theme. I tried to think of like Blood Ballerina. And this was the closest thing to a water skin we had at the time. I want to make the Suwon staff for her though. I think it would fit really well. Just Suwon everything. The projectiles are so pretty. It is called Arcane. I'm completely wrong. Is that actually what it is? Okay, yeah, it's Arcane. My bad. Yeah, I'm kind of sad they didn't really do more of these. It's like the one and done for in terms of Black Lion stuff. My god, unblockable stuff's so fair. Jesus Christ. All of his Blade songs lined up perfectly with like all my blocks. Add 2 Bale. That felt mean. No, the new stand there and things miss you build is going to be the Dunecloak build that everyone's going to make after the change, dog. I'm legitimately afraid of Dunecloak after the patch. Like, that trait has sucked forever, and it's going to super not suck in my opinion, but I could be wrong, of course. I don't know if anyone will stop playing Infinite Horizon, but, like, it seems very strong. Try to cleave this guy down. He didn't tag the thing we killed? Alright, whatever. Just press all my stun breaks. Having another stun break is also kind of weird. Gotta say. Very one-sided matches tonight, but still, it's quite fun. Oh yeah. Getting them games. You got any Necro builds you're excited to try out? I know people are kind of... I don't know, I've kind of seen like 63% of Necros be okay with the transfusion change, just because they're actually going to have a real, what's it called? Healing weapon. I think it's weird you're going to have to trade into a Grandmaster to have that, but whatever. I would be really worried if you had that set up with like 3 Mirages or however many, Kale, that the target cap thing would become an issue. I know it supplies, or you should supply your allies with boons first, but I would be afraid that for some reason, like, you know, the game's code isn't great, you would just end up giving it to the clones. That could work though. I've seen an all Mesmer team where it was like, what is it, like 1 bunker chrono. It's like 1 bunker chrono, 1 heal chrono, like 1 glass chrono, and like 2 Condi Mirages or something, and it was just, team, what the fuck am I fighting? And they were all dressed the same. They were all like tiny Azura. It's like when you pick all Gokus and Dragon Ball Fighters and you color them all the same. And it's just like, what am I fighting right now? I mean, when Invulns didn't contribute to point or take away from point contribution. Chrono was quite strong. Mesmer's always been fun, but don't be shocked if you know, I'll still have warrior in my heart forever, but we'll still definitely make plenty of warrior builds, but don't be surprised if you start seeing some more variety on this channel. I really, really like the changes that are going through on most of the classes. Warrior. Is there anything else I didn't really like? Like, the warrior changes for PvE are fine, but it's not getting anything for PvP. I don't know if it needs it, but it's not getting anything. LE changes were scary, but I think they're only scary on paper. I think that giving up a utility slot for Arcane Echo is going to be a lot, although you can run it with Obsidian Flesh, so there's that, right? Oh no. LE changes weren't super whelming, but I suppose that comes with the territory. Yeah, Revenant is also losing aggressive agility, which, I mean, I'm happy as a biased warrior player, but I know Homage and probably every other Revenant is not, which is fair. Aggressive agility is a really good trait right now, and it's kind of, what is it, warrior sprint, but better. It gives you resistance whenever you use a movement skill, and I don't think it has a cooldown. It's really, really good. And I think it happens at the start of that movement skill cast, too. And just about everything on Revenant is a movement skill, so losing that's gonna hurt a lot. But also, I've seen a lot of people say, hey, yay, I get resistance whenever I invoke legends, so maybe it'll be fine. I think Dagger's more of just a, what's it called, shroud generation weapon for whatever you want. I was really surprised because I expected Dagger to become the support weapon, especially with all the former, like, Dagger traits kind of being in Blood Magic, but that just didn't happen. I expected it to be like, you know, AoE when you traded it, basically lifesteal. Bro, Mechanist is the most mobile class in the game. That's how they can catch you. Rocket Boots are each 1200 if you trait them, and Shift Signet is 12 as well. Plus all the movement that they actually have on their, like, and they're probably running Speed Relic. Mechanist is legitimately, if you build it that way, the fastest. I mean, I had a stream on it, Sergio. I think I had a I'm Barry Allen, the fastest Mechanist alive stream. Mechanist is, like, the fastest class. Let's see what we got here. I'm tempted to go back to Bladesworn just to get a baseline for what's going on right now, but I'm enjoying learning Mirage again. Where's this song? I'll just be my own shuffle mode tonight since my playlist is refusing to cooperate. That sounds awful. See, the thing with that Trailblazer mech dream, like, I wouldn't even be surprised if it runs Rifle, because doesn't Rifle immobilize for like 2 seconds base and have a 10-second cooldown? So what should you do? I don't know, not play Ellie? I don't know, dog. Earth Shield. Now you feel slow. You're running Speed Runes, right? Or Speed Relic? If you feel slow on Ellie, you gotta go Daggers. Daggers are all of Ellie's movement. All of Ellie's an unforced movement. You could try pistol as well. Pistol has a lot of movement on the air. I know you're not typically a Condi player. Yep, that person's dead. Alright, cool. Bye. It's gonna be another very, very swing-heavy matches tonight, chat. He doesn't want to fight me at all. Alright, fair enough. So if you feel slow, Sergio, and you want more movement, there's, what's the arcane skill that they just gave ammunition to? There's that. You can run that with lightning flash, probably daggers. That should have hit you. Love doing that. I feel bad. Please kill him. I don't have more skills. Fuck. Team's full of potatoes, dude. Whatever, I'll just carry, it's fine. Ow. Guardian knows what his shit does. I don't like it. Yeah, there he comes. Do we not have any points? Jesus Christ, I don't think I've died this match yet. We don't have any points. Where's my team? One of them's dead. Alright. I'm very confused right now, chat. This is such an easy match. It's really too bad. That was nice. This Guardian knows what he's doing. Too bad. It's another match that was like so easy to win. That and movement signet. You have a movement signet? I'm so confused. What movement signet? Oh, you mean the movement speed signet? Don't do that. That one's like, I'm trying to think of Ellie stuff because this match is like over. I mean, it's a low cooldown stun break, but I feel like there are lower cooldown stun breaks that are better. Where is the rest of my team? They're all dead. For some reason. Oh, this is War Pigs. Homages Guild.
Oh, hitting back with that bond guy. Got that power like it came out of the Don guy.
Bro. That was some lag. I respect this guy's build though. He's making Core Guardian work. It's got Relic of the Fighter. Very cool. Yeah, this match is super duper over. Shout out to and free plug for War Pigs for homage. Are we winning yet, son? About 50-50 tonight. This will be a loss, the next one will be a win, and I'll end up in gold something or other. Shield feels super strong though. Shield and spear. Axe torch I don't know about. Most important thing is I'm getting a feel for Mirage again. And I'm enjoying it. Like, again, Mirage has always been something I can play with my brain off. Out of my teleports don't go though. Or my F4 button. I am so confused as to what's going on right now. Got a 1v1 versus a Reaper. I'm pretty happy with that. Poor guy is new on our team and chat. He complains like, I don't get to learn how to play the game. It's like, yeah, you don't. Oh, man. Kind of rough.
Slaying demons, that's what we do. If you feel with evil, then my plate is highly lethal. If you coming at my people, pray to God I never meet you.
Rude. 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 I was so CC'd there. Oh, man. Reaper without death magic? Yeah, it's interesting. This one has it. The other one didn't. He was doing well, though. Mostly because my skills are, like, just glitching out. Mirage feels so much... I will say Mirage feels so much fairer now that you can't dodge while CC'd, which was always the solution, but for some reason it took them, like, 3 years to do that. Like... I don't feel like a pile of garbage for playing this class anymore, Kale. I don't know why Soul Beast still has no trade-off for eating their dead pet, but that's a different issue, I guess. Just gonna let them end this. What's he got? What are these stacks? Losing vitality. Huh. Oh, that's the Lich form thing. Wow, I have that information in my brain somewhere. I should technically be taking points. There we go, they got a Lord. I was like, what's going on? Why is it taking them so long? Yeah, I like Axe Shield. I don't hate that with Inspiration. Axe Torch just feels really underwhelming, mostly because I don't have the auto-trigger stealth trait anymore. Like, it's been a minute since I played Mirage. We'll do one more. But yeah, Power, Ranger, predominantly Druid, Condi Mirage, Hybrid, Hollow. I'm so excited for next week, dude. Not all of these will be viable next week, but with the patch they will. Also, I have headphones now, so shout out to, I think, Chelsea who did these. Waiting for actual DJ headphones for my DJ lady forever. Very cool. Now we just need the Rainbow Disco Scythe I've always wanted as a legendary, and my dreams can be complete. This is as close as I think I can get to Rainbow Disco Scythe. I know there's lots of Rainbow Staves in the game, like the Aurene one, which I have, but I really just want like an Aurene Scythe. I think that'd be amazing. Because imagine spinning that. Be great. Look at these Condis, man. Confusion's still going with Perplexity runes. Oh, that's That's gonna be such a nightmare to fight. Because in PvP, there's no perplexity rune, so you can't get confusion duration from a rune. You can only get it from a sigil, which is really hard to give up on Mesmer. But in World vs. World, not only do perplexity runes exist, they give you 50% confusion duration. So if you're running illusions, you're already up to like 90% confusion duration. So your ambushes end up doing nonsense like this. Like, that's still going. It's still going. It's like 16 seconds of confusion on an ambush. It's still going. Oh, man. We're gonna have some fun. I'm excited, chat. Oh my god. Where's my Akeem relic at? I don't hate the game. I mean, I could run Akeem. I don't know. Akeem feels really underwhelming to me. On anything but... Yeah, I saw that one as well. Soju, I don't like it because it doesn't have a trail on it. Maybe the upgraded version that they'll probably put in the game next year, right? Not a bad pick, though. Akeem feels really underwhelming on anything but Skull Grinder to me. For World vs. World especially, I'd much rather run Warrior Relic Kale, but that's more my just dually playstyle. Where Mirage's only real weakness, and Mesmer in general, their only real weakness is when they're waiting to swap weapons. And the fact that they unshackled the weapon swap duration or cooldown reduction, at least to me, from Warrior runes, and that you can run a relic on top of actually good runes now, makes running things like Staff Spear at least kind of viable. So for World vs. World anyway, I'll play around with it for PvP. Like, as you've seen, like, build's not 100% working. I'm not super comfortable with the spear skills yet. We'll find the build. It might be Rivers after the patch. And again, this is pre-patch, right? So I'll need to play around with it. But especially for... When I was fighting someone who's as good as Barry, if you didn't know Barry Bad Player, is probably one of the best Mesmers in the game next to, like, Helio. When I was fighting him, the only time I could really damage him was when he had blown all his buttons and was waiting to swap into weapons, like that 3 second window. And that's when Mesmer's, like, weakest. And if you can just get rid of that, it doesn't seem to have a downside to me. We may just run the spear with, what's it called? The inspiration setup. Try that as well. The thing with the ambush is it also just stacks 25 vuln on your target, which is crazy. And then you can do crap like this. And all those button presses with that confusion is just going to do even more damage to them. Like, should probably go get some roaming fights so I can show off, like, how strong Mirage actually is in roaming versus how strong it is in PvP, because it's night and day. Energy Sigils giving you 50% or 50 endurance is psychotic on Mirage. Like, Mirage has always been balanced around energy sigils being in the game, unfortunately. I really wish they'd take them out, but whatever. And then just give Mirage some endurance stuff. But it's always been balanced around their existence, right? Because for better or worse in PvP and World vs. World, energy sigils are in the game. They're broken as fuck, but they're in the game. And getting one dodge back whenever you weapon swap is stupid. Especially back when you could dodge while CC'd. Because it basically meant that your weapon swap was a pseudo stun break, if you will. Which was crazy. Because even if you're CC'd, you can still weapon swap and then you can dodge. So, good luck ever doing damage to a Mirage. But instead of removing energy sigils, they just made it so you couldn't dodge while CC'd, which is fine. It's another solution that I don't hate. It's just always been crazy to me that they're still in the game. What's Mirage get whenever you swap weapons? Another ambush. Need more particle effects, chat. Need 8 chalk egg sacks. I've gotten back into selling legendaries again. I have one up on the trading post right now. I sold one like last night, which was really fun. Again, if you need money in this game, like other than just like watching my streams, make and sell End of Dragons legendaries. Like, I'm not joking. It's such a good source for money. Like, this guy knows what his buttons do. Respect. I've got one of those too, dude. Except I have a broken spear. Oh, you also have a broken spear. I suppose fair enough. Good fight. Got me low for a second there. Especially with, like, what's it called? Celestial gear. Spear seems like a quite viable option on Condi Mirage. I'm tempted to run the vulnerability duration sigil on it. I'm sure if I knew what my buttons did, I wouldn't have even taken damage there, though. There we go. We got at least one world versus world fight. Good enough, I suppose. I may be able to work in, because if I take more Condi Cleanse, you get deleted. If I take more Condi Cleanse, I can run, sorry, this is me theory crafting out loud, just the Stealth Signet without switching to Inspiration. Which is okay. I'll figure it out. I need at least one source of stealth, I think. Not a ton. Don't need to be that guy. Holy crap, we have like 30 people watching this garbage on a Wednesday. Welcome, guys. Again, make sure, and girls, make sure your Twitch accounts are connected for next week. I will try to get a short showing how to do it up on the channel, but no promises. But there are going to be drops, and the drops are going to be good, and we are streaming on Tuesday, Thursday at 9, so I'm excited. This guy want a rematch? I think he wants a rematch. He doesn't want a rematch, he just wants to run me over. He half people. I do not have people. This. What we got? Maybe 1v3. Class I don't understand. There we go. Or hard. Sorry, dude, you don't get to play the game. Ah, Sergio. Lovely. You don't get to play the game either, dude. What combos really well with the spear in World vs. World is a Sigil of Incapacitation, which cripples occasionally when you flank, and you're always flanking on this shit. So it actually sets up for you immobilizing with the Spear 4 without needing clarity, which is pretty cool. Look at that animation, man. The legendaries have gotten so hectic. Again, we're giving away one of these, so get subscribed and followed in like 2 weeks. Legendary Spear, and like another 1,000 golden prizes at least. And make sure, if you don't hit notifications, just hit notifications for the little posts, because there'll be more information coming for that. That's what I'm talking about with queues, man. Like, so long tonight. Very odd. Let me find... Where is it? That one works. Shout out to Divide Music and Cam Steady. Great artists. These enemies, these are enemies. I don't want it. I am switching classes, sir. My allies can take care of that. I don't know, I've never been a fan of the, like, CC and punish the enemy playstyle. I'm really scared of that new interrupter relic. I'm gonna try it on Bladesworn. I don't think it'll be good, but I'm really scared of it. Especially if it scales with power. Like, that thing, to me, is exciting. There's a lot of exciting relics with this patch. To say the least, I guess. What are we feeling for the last match, chat? Shield or spear? Kinda okay with either. Kinda feel like spear with all of its... shield has a CC on it as well. We'll stick with this. Slowly making progress, just like the song says. I like this guy just running around auto-attacking. What about Zerk Ellie killing you with burn and raw damage? We'll see. Like, Blinding Ashes... I don't think they'll put more than a 50% scaling on it, Alcatraz. And I was looking through the Condi options. Like, it's only burning that's gonna scale with that, right? So I was actually like, okay, I'll finally make a weird spear build, except spear has 0 burning on it. And unless you jank it with, like, a bunch of the glyphs and other stuff, like, the only thing it seems like semi-viable with is like a pistol build. So it made like that one trait, Blinding Ashes, might single-handedly make pistol viable because literally no one uses it for anything. So on like a weird like pistol power build might work. But Ellie's sources of burning, unless you're a weaver, kinda suck. So I don't know, man. Yeah, I was really worried about it too until I was like, hey, let's try to make a build with this. And then I was like, hey, this actually seems kind of not super great. So we'll see, right? It's an exciting change for sure. If nothing else, it's very interesting. No one's dead yet. People have to be running out of buttons, man. The best placed Chaos Storm in the history of mankind. There we go. Yeah, Scepter 1 has it, but again, Scepter 1 isn't like other than pure nuke, like what's Scepter gonna do to you? Like if you're running Scepter, you're already going full glass. So like, there is no Scepter sustain build. It doesn't have any defensive tools on it. Like, Pistol has infinitely more than it does. Like, I thought about that, but it's not the best. And I also think they nerfed that, like, 4 years ago to not be as spammable or something. I could be wrong. Because I noticed that, too. I used to run full quickness Scepter 1 spam Condi Ellie Haku. It was like Firebrand Runes. It was really funny. It was like Celerity, because Ellie doesn't have any quickness on it, so it's like Rage Sigils, 100% boon duration, Condi Ellie. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever made, but it like wasn't great. You know? Yeah, it's good. I mean, Trailblaze is just a broken stat, right? But yeah, it's still strong. You're not going to get any power scaling from that, though, so if you run, like, full Selly instead of Trail, then maybe. You're going to need some boon or Condi duration in there somewhere, and then you're going to run, like, Forge Master, or what's it called? That just didn't work, that's good. Forge Master or Balthazar. It's not bad. Definitely some potential. It's definitely one of the more interesting traits they've given Ellie. I feel like Mesmer should have a cooldown between when they use shatters, because the ability to just chain all of them is kind of silly. Selly, you have decency. I don't. I'm running mostly Selly on my Mirage build, not full Selly. And actually, the thing with the spear and the staff build is it actually lets you run different stats on different weapons, which is not something you get a lot of the... Not something you really want to do on a lot of builds, and not something you really get the power budget to do on a lot of builds. I actually have Diviners on my spear and Trailblazer on the staff. We really don't need to force the Skyhammer fight, but we're gonna because we're idiots. Oh, worst place Chaos Storm in history to make up for it. I have been ambushing and for the last ever. Beautifully timed Dak sleep, if I do say so myself, which I don't. You can still do the secure stomp thing with Mirage, though, which is quite strong. Grieving's great. Grieving's really good, it just has Ferocity in it, and Ferocity is awful. But if you want to run like a Vision Sigil, yeah, you can do some work with Grieving. I've always wanted a 3-stat version of Grieving, Power, Condition, Damage, Ferocity. I think that'd be really good for Warrior, actually. Sir, there's a mechanic on this map called a Skyhammer. It kind of does some work. Shield feels very oppressive, I guess I'll say, on Mesmer. I need to get used to aiming it better, just like that, but feels very kind of broken. Like if I knew what I was doing, which I don't. So... How are we not winning this by way more? Whatever. I do the thing. So Illusionary Ambush is actually really good here because you can slingshot yourself behind walls, which is pretty cool. Can you die? Thank you. Thank you. We gotta kill something. Got full stacks of the thing, I can't think of the name of it. Abyssal Rays? Feels so strong, man. Like, the thing with Mesmer is you have to learn, like, the cooldowns and space. It's like a dance, basically. And I don't know any of mine, and this still feels so strong right now. There we go. Actually ran out of axe charges. That never happens. Alright. We're not gonna win this. We might win this. There we go. Shield is so fucking good on Mesmer, dude. That's so broke. Wonder if Hollow still has the same weakness it did from back in the day where you just put confusion on it and it kills itself. We need points more than we need the Skyhammer fight, dog. The Skyhammer fight, I'm capping stuff. Same to Harb. Sorry, I missed that. What are you talking about? Stat-wise? Oh, we even got it. Sick. Man, you gotta learn. Wish I could target him. Oh, he's behind me. Alright, fair enough. Yuck. Don't want it. What the fuck? Fair enough. Hopefully my team is doing work elsewhere, because there are 4 people here! Oh my god. Guy just chucking grenades like a badass. Alright. Axe shield doesn't feel bad. I'll say that much. We'll play around more with a spear build, but... definitely doesn't feel bad. Oh, free Skyhammer? Free Skyhammer. Okay, free Skyhammer. That shouldn't have happened. That doesn't obey line of sight. He's using the Zephyrite relic, I believe. Yo, I'd really love also if we could just skip Dragon Bash and go to Festival of the Four Winds. Like, what dragons are we even bashing at this point? Also, chat, my friend brought up this really awkward thing. He's one of my officers. Like, Dragon Bash is kind of weird. Like, in the context of Norns, it kind of makes sense because you're, you know, reverential about the hunt and all the things you kill and all the other stuff, right? But it's a little weird when there's like the giant, like Kralkatorrik killed a lot of people, and there's a giant hologram of him just over the top of Dragon Bash, right? And like, imagine after World War II if we had just like a giant hologram of Hitler, like floating over a festival. It's just like, it's a little weird. You know what I mean? It's like, I know there's Tyrion context and everything else, but it's just a little weird, my opinion. It's just, like, okay, I get it. The dragons are an integral part of the ecosystem and stuff, but just, it's kind of strange. I'm gonna have to just hold this midpoint, I think. Against whatever the nonsense is going on here. Minion Scourge. Nope, fuck this midpoint. I'm going far. The mobility on Mesmer is also just kind of psychotic. Always has been, just with all the teleports. Teleports and you can refresh them. I miss him. He was an interesting character. He's one of my officers that's like slowly attritioned from the game. Might come back at some point. Very, very interesting dude. Alright, we just sit on point and win video game. Might go off point and see what's happening at Skyhammer. We really should just sit on point and win video game now. And tag this guy. Not gonna lose unintentionally. I'm pretty happy with that. I think we lost 4-1-4 tonight. And figuring out the build. I'm pretty okay with that, honestly. Something I don't usually play. I think I can show it off here. Yeah, you can like slingshot yourself around. Very cool. I wish I could rate into people on YouTube. Exactly 50%. Where would we end up? Gold 2? Ah, gold 1. That's gross. We can't end there. Gotta bring that up a little bit. That's pretty bad. A couple of those are from lagging out earlier, but it's okay. Again, reminder, and I will try to pin this, we are streaming Tuesday, Thursday next week, not Monday, Wednesday. So if you are subbed or followed, spread the word. And if you'd like to enter for our ongoing rolling giveaway, I guess we'll call them, just tell me what you think of the patch in the notes. If you like it, if you don't, what's going on. I can actually breakdance as a DJ now. It's amazing. Unknown command, excuse me. So good. It's the best thing they put in the game. I love the JoJo poses, but this is so well done. Because it's like a full cycle of animations too, and you do like windmills and kicks and stuff. Breakdancing's fucking hard, chat, by the way, in real life. Huge respect to the people who do that. Apparently I don't get to play World vs. Okay, apparently I do get to play World vs. World. Old Ranger dance. Maybe they just ported it. Regardless, it's pretty sick. Not gonna lie. Where's the new one? Yeah, this one. It's amazingly dope. I'd also love... I got distracted by something shiny, but interesting Bladesworn traits. I would love one that, again, that just makes it into like all of the skills on Gunsaber, like the thief skills, like the thief spear auto attack chain, where each one flips over all the other ones into a successive version, but it costs like some kind of resource, so maybe your bullets or something like that. Or just and or a Grandmaster that makes your Dragon Slash do basically 0 damage, but apply literally like 100 stacks of burning for 1 second. So it can only ever tick once, or half a second. So it can only ever tick once, but it does like a spike of Condi damage. I think that'd be sick. Also, if it like put the game into grayscale for a second, that'd be great. I think they'll do a rework one day. Whether it's this year or next or sometime in the future. Should probably run Mirror on the World vs. World version of this, just because there's so much projectile hate. Guys know what they're doing. Know what their buttons do, chat. Yeah, I still need to learn all my spear timings and everything else. Spear's fun, but I haven't played with it enough. It's very good, though. Especially on, like, Selly stats or Tyrant stats. Extremely good. Willbender is so close to death. He's in his Zerg. Sergio, you're gonna die. They need to completely rework Dragon's Roar. I really don't like that skill, but yeah, they could. If they gave Bladesworn some kind of Condi build, that'd be really interesting. It'd have to be on, like, all on one trait, kind of like Condi Druid is, though. It'd have to, like, say, you know, every time you use an ammunition skill, it does a stack of burning or something. Or, like, 4 stacks of burning, realistically. This thief is not as good as he thinks he is. This is a fun little skirmish we kind of got roped into. I'm digging this. Nice. We have some good people on our team too. Sergio's here and stuff. Pretty dope. I keep trying to actually hit things with this Spear 4 instead of just using it as like the oppressive movement skill it's meant to be. So. Yeah, pushed him back. Nice job. Hell yeah. Just gotta get used to playing without alacrity. And there we go, perfect timing. Mesmer's just so relaxing after playing Warrior for 3 years. I honestly think Dragon's Roar should be like a cone in front of you, or just like be a larger hitbox or something. The pushback on it is also mega weird. I don't understand why it's there, really. Like, I'll take it as a, you know, basically 6-second cooldown for, you know, immobilize removal because I run Discipline, but it's mega weird. Like, Dragon's Roar just conceptually is a skill. Any ammunition skill like Dragon's Roar, or even Dragon Spike Mine not being an ammunition skill and having like a ridiculously long cooldown, or overcharged cartridges, like any ammunition skill that doesn't really function as an ammunition skill and is meant to be double tapped is like kind of conceptually weird to me. Or like consumes all the ammo, kind of like Artillery Slash does, where it's just, it always consumes all the ammo, and it's like, what's the point of the ammo then? You know? I get that Bladesworn has a trait in PvE that gives you like 1% more damage per charge of ammunition you use, but like, that's bad design. Yeah, the pushback is really, I mean, it's really good still with regular Stormsinger Relic, right? Like, just more movement skills better. Bladesworn's, their pistol's one of the few things that, outside of Willbender, that actually synergized really well with Stormsinger. You're right, Kale. Stormsinger's still a very viable option. I was actually talking to Nuh about this on Rifle Warrior. It's extremely good because of all the vulnerability you apply and stuff. You basically, everything you do moves you or applies vulnerability, and then like your next attack auto procs the Stormsinger Relic that just, you know, you just applied a vulnerability, immobilize the dude, and now you're also doing like an AoE hit that can crit. It's like, wow. Hell yeah, dude. That's another thing I forgot to mention, that like how to make money video, is doing map completion for End of Dragons is pretty quick, and it gets you keys. So like, or it has a chance to, like, per map, so not the worst thing you can do with your time in this game. Somebody is changing classes or has quit. One of the two. You can also just do the cities if you just want keys. It's extremely fast. I kind of want to try Spear again, but I don't know. Oh, Blishhood's fantastic. I feel like Spear would do better against Core Guard. We'll try it. We'll try it again. How much favor? Don't make the precursor 2,500. And the best way to get Imperial favor is just to do the hero points that I highlighted in that video, Kale. Just like park at hero points and do them every day. And there's like one vendor you can do. The entire team is going far. Sick. It's gonna be an interesting match. Probably have to go drown myself in burritos after this chat. Ooh, we have a kill. Or we have a down, rather. Oh, this is not the right build. Fuck. Oh well, we're running Torch Axe, not Spear. Good to know. They actually got a kill on one of our dudes. That's too bad. Yeah, Torch Axe was not it, bro. But give it a shot. Never give up and all that. I feel like Axe needs to do like triple the damage it does to compete with some of the crap these days. It's not all feed far. Probably not like the ideal strat. Poor Mechanist thinks it's a real class. You are tragically mistaken. And still animation locks you 5 ever. It's good to know. This is a very one-sided match. Tested Scepter, it's extremely good. Scepter is probably better than X. Scepter is not only does incredible Condi damage, but it hit scans on the 3, and if you run a Sigil of Vision in World vs. World, it just kills your opponent whenever you swap to it and press the 3 button. No, Scepter is definitely better than X, but I just like X. It's the Mirage weapon. You're supposed to use it with Mirage. It's like, you know, Torch sucks, but you're supposed to use it with Berserker. And I'm used to it. Yeah, Scepter Shield is probably the play. Anything with a block that also evades when you block something. Not to mention it generates clones on the auto, which you can chamber. Yeah, Scepter's very good. It just doesn't have the like little ancillary mobility that Axe does, which I kinda dig. Like on the little leap on the 2. A little bit weird, but I really like it. Yeah, Mirage 3 is a X3 is an evade. And you can kind of use it as a fake stun break. Now, all of Mesmer's, even with the possible exception of offhand sword, all of Mesmer's weapons are extremely good right now. No, Mesmer, like fuck Warrior, Mesmer is the weapons master, as far as I'm concerned. It has some of the most versatile weapons, and it has some of the best in the game right now. Insane amount of confusion. The 3 on the staff you can use as like a fake stun break. It's extremely good. I'm loving Tyrant Amulet, though. This is my first time using it since they put it in the game, and it's just good. It's just good. We're not going to throw this. I'm not going to let us throw this game. It's not going to happen. Condi mech. This is that infamous Condi mech I've heard so much about. Feel a little bad. Guy's probably pretty new. Good burst on it. I can't believe Staff's getting actual, like, meaningful changes. It's going to be amazing. Staff on Mesmer has always been one of my favorite weapons. It's just real fun to use. 12 stacks of confusion, not bad. Playing Mesmer's like riding a bike. A really overpowered bike. It all comes back to you. Oh my gosh. No, this has been fun. I'm enjoying it. And find the match. Maybe I'll keep all the builds, right? Because she's the PvP Mesmer, who knows? But yeah, I'm Pseudo. This is Build Wars 2. We'll be back on Tuesday next week, not Thursday, for more of this nonsense. Theory crafting, build crafting, and new relics. The balance patch doesn't come out for a while, so go give them feedback on it. They probably actually do want it because they previewed this quite early, and they've been much better with taking feedback these days. So go hit them up and enjoy, chat. Hopefully we actually win this match now that I've already done the outro and everything. We have 0 points, and team is coming back here pretty hard. It's alright, I'll just carry, it's fine. Still nail biter end here. And gotta get a kill. And got one at home. There we go. 2 kills. Easy enough. Cool. Thanks, chat. Have a good one. I'll see you Tuesday. And let me know what you think of the patch and what your like plans for it are. Got any idea for that like blasting relic that I haven't thought of? But cheers. I will see you guys in Tyria. Peace out. And stay safe. Have a good night.